Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of guys gather in a garage to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Yeah. Sorry we're running a little late due to weird technical difficulties that include...
Ross is in Paris.
He's in Paris now. He was in Cyprus.
Corfu.
No, Corfu, thank you. He was in Corfu, and we've had to sort of work out how to do this very rapidly on our own for 50 minutes. And as people will tell you, I have many rages that I need to get out of these people. I've had a week of relaxing, and now I just need to kill everything.
TPK coming up, guys.
So,
we're very scared.
No, we're fine. He said no tea.
So, if we could pan out to everyone, we could also introduce you to our other player who has turned up for the first time with a terrible beard.
Whoa!
Uncalled for!
Throwing the shade already, guys.
Matt, nice beard.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a bit wary that every time I kind of lean into shot, Dom kind of disappears.
Yeah. That's okay, I'm not that important. Plus, I'm here every week.
Yeah, that's true. We know what you look like. Worst case scenario, Matt, you can always just move further down the table.
Yeah, that's true.
So, where we last left off, you guys returned from the Shadowfell into Alfheim, where you had been exploring and trying to work things out and spent a little bit of time just relaxing, only to find that the king had been killed, Ivar Freykosen, who had sent you off into the Shadowfell, and the prince that had been revived has been revived. Yay.
Nothing bad happened.
Nope. Travelling with Geronalis, he then took on the mantle of king after you found some very shifty individuals. I don't know why you possibly thought that they were shifty individuals and evil.
Shitty fingers.
I know, right? And literally everything that was possibly evil highlighted just there.
They were just short the dark, like the red glowing eyes. That's all they were missing.
He's wearing contacts, clearly.
Two demon eyes. But Geronalis took to power. You guys had a week of sorting things out. And then you went to find out what had killed the king.
And we should have just went with my plan of kill them all there and then.
Having found out what killed the king was indeed poison, thanks to a well-saved spell by Cedric that was not intentional at all, you guys are now down in the royal crypt, or rather in one of the basements underneath the palace.
We're in a prison already, guys.
Twist!
It's coming soon.
It's a mimic.
Yes, castle mimic. It's just going to eat you. No.
I mean, we had a house, so it's not really that much of a step.
I mean, that would be great.
Elder mimic. Like.
But having Cedric then conducted his magic, made a realisation, and that is where we pick up. So, as you're sort of standing around, and the poison, the realisation from you, George, of what this poison is and how bad it potentially can be, Cedric goes, there might be a problem.
Another one?
A bigger one.
A bigger one than the king
Say, what's
being
bigger?
dead.
Well, the poison that killed him is in you. And you. And you. And also you. And also you. And also me. And also the prince. Sorry, king.
Well, that's not good.
It is not.
I hope you have some good healers you can go on.
I will put my hand on Drellinus and concentrate for a minute and cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, you cast it, the magic goes. Cedric looks. That didn't help.
Ooh.
Make a wisdom check for me, though.
8.
8? Didn't work.
It's the first time I've used the spell. I'm obviously not very good.
Yeah, you obviously haven't done it properly.
Do
I'm
it
gonna-
5 more times just to be sure.
Also, try my lay on hands on the king.
On Geronalis.
On Drellinus.
Okay, you lay your hands and Cedric just... That seemed to work. It seemed to neutralise the poison.
Cleansing. Cost me 5.
May I go next, please?
Oh, I can only do this 4 times.
3 now.
3 now. I will do Georges,
That's a good
Lyra,
ask.
and Kelatar.
George Lyra Calatar.
That's all.
No, I'm not grateful, but why?
Because you can revive people.
You
Very simple on that one. I broke it.
broken D&D
D&D
Beyond.
Beyond has broken all. I've used all my hit points.
You use all your hit points.
Good.
He's turned into a blood hunter.
Suicide.
That's back.
Journalists, do you have any idea who might have done this?
No, I don't. I mean, there's obviously enemies of the crown. Whoever it was that poisoned my uncle.
Yes.
I don't know.
Serious. The guy who came in here gave the wrong answer as to why the previous king died, and now we're all poisoned and we don't know who did it? Serious?
I mean, no one has said anything about why the king died.
Didn't he say natural causes?
No, they said that they thought it was some sort of blood disorder.
Blood disorder.
Okay, but still, that sounds like bullshit to me.
You're talking about the priest, Yvondril.
Yeah, dodgy looking guy.
That's a different person.
Oh.
He was
George,
not
do you know
really-
anything?
Sorry, Yvendril is the high priest, who was the one wearing white robes, the shovel-length, dirty blonde hair, silver eyes. He was the master of religion ceremonies, the royal health provider. You're thinking of Aloros Lovenes.
Okay, well, sorry about that.
on how the poison is applicated. You don't happen to know how it's given.
I presume it is ingested. It cannot be injected, as we know breaking the skin sets it off. And something that could be breathed would be far too indiscriminate. So it seems likely it has been in some food or drink, something like that. Cedric, can you detect this poison in others easily, or is there a limit to how much you can do this?
Well, as far as I understand it, the limitation to it is as long as I can use my magic. So in theory, no. As long as they're within 30 feet. So you could get everyone in the castle within 30 feet of me, and then I would know if they had the poison in it.
That is more or less what I was thinking of. This is good thinking, Cedric. If there was someone that we would expect to have eaten the same food and drink as us, and they are not poisoned, they would obviously be a prime suspect.
Of course, if there's more than one person that's true of, it means this was very much targeted.
Is there probably lots of different places? A place where we would have all definitely eaten or drank out of in the last week.
Joanna says, other than here?
As in,
This
in
is
the
the-
palace.
This is the only place where I've eaten.
Well,
Yes,
that
I mean,
there is.
we've
Probably
had
come from the
meals
palace
with
kitchens
you,
then.
We've had meals in our own rooms.
We have drank from the castle water supply.
Yes. It seems like a very desperate thing to do. I mean, if the king was assassinated, then whoever is responsible waited until the heir was presumed dead, and therefore the king's death would cause a vacuum of power. When the heir arrives back, he too is apparently poisoned in the same way, and not just him, but all the people he was with. It seems very desperate.
Who
Reckless.
would take power if you didn't return?
Well, it did pass to Lord Aloro, who was acting regent.
He was the man in the throne room.
Yes, but we don't have any other relatives. It's just me and my cousin. As for the rest of them, I suppose the lords of Alfheim would be the ones that would elect the next leader.
How about external threats, is there someone who would benefit from this kingdom being destabilized?
There you broached the subject of the politics of your Vic. Technically, yes, but it could be said that all of the 9 islands could benefit in some way or other.
Forgive me for asking this because I wasn't here last week. What's
No,
happened?
Matthew, you can't ask it. Ask it in character, damn it. And I'll tell you whether you... No, sorry, what's your question?
What's happened to the prince, who was dead and then wasn't?
He is now been promoted to be the Master of Spies. He
Right,
actually
okay.
didn't want to rule, so he is now
Cool.
in
That's
the service of his cousin, essentially.
And only his cousin and we know who he is.
Yeah, correct.
He's got
It's-
the hat of disguise.
We need
Right.
to find out whether he's been poisoned because, again, part of the party who came back with
That's what I was thinking.
you, journalist.
Right, yes. Bear with me one moment. And he sort of sits
But
and pulls out his spellbook. Yes?
I think we need to keep quiet about this.
Otherwise, there could be another attempt.
In fact, we might want to spread the story further that this was a
Natural
random,
causes.
maybe even natural occurrence.
I could say a blood condition.
That is unusually devious for you, Leo. I like it.
I'm just trying to think things through, and
Yes, if they know we have discovered this threat and potentially acted against it, they may try another way. But if we keep it a secret, they may bide their time and wait for the opportunity to strike, thinking they have the advantage, and not realizing they do not.
But we also must also take into account that myself, Kafina, and Cedric could all be killed by this.
and also possibly Dareth. Dareth?
Dareth, yes.
When would you be able to use that ability to cure the remainder of the group?
Tomorrow.
So we need to keep you 3 alive for the rest of today.
You could retreat to that magical mansion. That would be safe.
Has it been
The
10? It has.
paradise.
Yeah.
It's not been 10 days.
It hasn't. It's only been
It's 7, 9.
No, it's 10 days from when you return.
yeah.
So it's only... oh, yeah, you're
I
right.
think it's
actually.
We've had a
been
week.
8.
Yeah, it's
I
only,
think it's
yeah, I
been
think
8.
it's still a day or 2 out.
Yeah. By the time it's ready, you'd be able to cleanse yourself by then. Journalist, is there anyone you do absolutely trust?
Right now? No. I mean, you. 6 of you and my cousin. We're the only ones who have got alibis for this.
That's true.
How does the priest look when the king says that?
Priest isn't there.
Oh,
He,
okay.
It's just
he
us.
left us in here.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't even escort you down here. He gave Dorenalis a report, and then he's gone off to
Oh,
do
yeah,
whatever
sorry.
he does.
Yes.
If we need to be elsewhere for a day, I should be able to teleport us out.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. If they think that we're poisoned, then they wouldn't be trying to act against it too fast.
I don't know.
There's not much standing in the way of us leaving the palace, and from there it would be much harder to strike at us, but for you journalists that's much more difficult without arousing suspicion.
Would be, but... Thinks for a moment. I'm not sure. As we say, we don't know who to trust. I mean, the safest course of action I can think of for all of us is if we stuck together. It might paint more of a target on you, but they'd be less likely... No, ignore that.
We're all together.
If we're all together, they may suspect that we're aware.
Mm.
Don't know who's watching.
So to some extent you have to carry on as normal.
Yeah. What if we came to the conclusion that it was just a blood disorder? What would we be doing right now?
Morning.
Proceeding with arrangements for the king's lying in state and funeral. Well, I don't know what the customs are here.
There is a state funeral planned. Fairly continuous rituals of some sorts that I've not seen. I wasn't alive when my grandfather passed. But beyond that, I don't know. The arrangements for those aren't being held by... They aren't dealt with by the Crown. They're dealt with by... Well, the various advisors. Duarte deals with them with Evendril.
I mean, are we certain we know how this poison works?
No.
Reasonably sure.
Yeah.
It seems that breaking the skin is the trigger that kills the person who is taking it.
Yeah.
And it happens very, very swiftly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, certainly.
It's. I don't know if there's any other way to explain the poison working and seeing what we saw.
And would you say there's a way to bring someone back after they have died from that?
I do not know. We got CL out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone got angry pretty quickly.
Also in Alfheim, we are not really ones for resurrection. Reincarnation, yes, but resurrection, no.
I'm
That's
not
why Dareth has essentially gone into secrecy. I spoke of this before when we were in the Shadowfell and you asked my views on bringing him back.
I wasn't on about bringing back an elf. I was wondering if Kelatar could revive one of us, if it did happen.
I mean, I can.
I think a better plan would be to try to make sure none of us die in the first place.
I'd just like to be prepared for everything.
I mean, I can bring one person back a day.
But isn't there a limit on... It has to be within a certain time of the death, doesn't it?
Yeah, the particular ability that I have, it gives me 10 days in between. So
I can also make sure that a body doesn't decompose,
That's very useful.
which would extend that 10-day for as long as I keep doing this. And he casts Gentle Repose on the calls the king.
So it will stay in its current state
Yes.
of decomposition for a little while longer.
Yes.
How lovely.
It's basically in invisible Tupperware right now.
Essentially, yeah.
Tupperware.
Thin layer just surrounding every
Yeah.
molecule. Which is odd given that he's open.
Yeah.
Jess is completely open.
Just cling film to dead body. Lovely. That's nasty. Yeah. The bombshell. Or we could just all stay down here. until
yeah, just stay
tomorrow.
here.
He mourned for 24 hours.
Because that would be a plausible excuse for avoiding being in public.
I think, in the end, there's no way we can all stay with Jorellis, despite the fact that that's what we need to do, because the second we do, it's obvious we know something. Unless we can come up for an excuse for doing that, at which point that's still not a good idea. The
Can
other
anyone
options
here
to keep
disguise
surveillance.
themselves?
Yeah.
I have another
Said
idea.
you can, we've seen that.
I can. I can make myself look like anyone. I would demonstrate it, but I feel like you may want me to do it.
What if Jurenalis
You've seen
had
that?
a doppelganger?
Problem is that it get found out too easily. The people that know Jorellis, like the other lords, will realise that that's Cedric. I mean, they're not exactly very alike.
Also, Cedric, can you keep that up all the time?
No, it only lasts for an hour.
And how often can you do it?
Once a day.
Okay, so that ruins that plan.
Yeah.
Is Journalist roughly the same size as Leo, just out of interest?
Oh, he's a little bit taller.
Really?
Mhm.
Tall guy.
He is a tall guy. Tall elf. You're a very tall elf. He is a very tall elf.
Also,
See, I'm fairly tall for a tall breed of elves. He must be incredibly tall for a rather shorter breed
Yeah.
of elves.
Actually, no, he isn't. I'm just remembering what I actually wrote on the sheet. He's about 5'9".
Yeah, he's about 6 inches shorter than Lyra.
Yeah.
Lyra's 6'5".
Wow, same height as Skeletor.
Journalist happens to be the same height as me. I do not have magic, but if I could get supplies, I could attempt to disguise myself as him if we wish to do that.
I'm just thinking that it'd be safer for him to not be around.
And you'd be able to get away probably pretty easily if trouble came about. You're quite fast.
The fastest.
I would certainly be willing if that is what the king wishes.
There is another alternative. You did give Dareth a means of disguise.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's cured yet, or if he has the poison, and if he takes Jorellis' spot and someone tries to kill Jorellis.
I wasn't thinking him necessarily. I was thinking one of
yeah.
you.
But then he can't stay disguised.
He's a master of spies. He can just go into hiding for a short while.
If he's okay with that.
We should speak to him. We need to find out that he's safe first.
This is a matter of secrets and spies, and having his advice would probably be good anyway.
Yes, the spy master probably would be a good person to speak to about these sort of secrets and spies.
Should we maybe not all go together? Maybe it's best to simply George go with Jorellis, and then they can do the switch at that point. If we all go, we might draw too much attention. Or maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too cautious.
I mean, I could just summon him here.
That is also a good idea.
Let's do that. Let's bring him here.
Bear with me one moment.
Ring the bell.
He just mutters an arcane words and just sort of, you can see his lips moving, which Cedric actually
Casting
understands.
message, everyone run!
Get Pager.
Just waits.
Debris pager goes off.
You blow up, you make an explosion one time.
It's worse than messages. Sending.
Sending
Much
causes
better.
fireballs!
Sending is what,
But-
third level?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Adrenalis is more powerful. So what's more powerful than a fireball? A
Delayed blast
A
fireball.
comet.
It's not that powerful.
Fireballs.
Delayed.
Jared, remember, you're in England doing that way round. You're just swearing at everyone. You're flipping off the audience, man.
Pete? Love you.
I thought that was flipping people off.
Yeah, that's what I...
That's the American way of doing
What's
it.
hilarious
could've
is
sworn
you
that was
leant
the
back,
American way.
you disappeared off screen, but your hand was still.
Sorry, see my middle finger. Anyway,
Oh, that's what we should do next time you have to sit there. You just lean off camera, but you have a finger puppet.
Calatar finger puppet. No, we just put the mini there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Big phone.
about
Could be here for
5
virtually
minutes
every single
passes.
session in that way.
5 minutes passes, and cloaked elf appears downstairs. You don't recognise him. The features are very average.
I don't recognise him.
Nope.
I draw my blade.
Built elf.
You know who we're expecting to see down here.
Takes off the hat.
It's Asher.
I
I'm not
think
playing
it's-
games here.
Takes
I
off
can
the hat and
die
look-
if I get stabbed once.
Takes off the hat, and Dareth looks at you.
I'm one pinprick away from death.
Sorry.
He has no idea what we're talking
I was
about.
talking to
here.
Adrenalis, but there's only one person, so.
God, Luke. Cedric says, he does not have the poison.
Oh my god.
Good.
Interesting.
So, and there it is. Sorry, poison? Poison?
Yeah, we've all been
Poison.
poisoned, and we were just kind of hoping that you hadn't.
No, I haven't. I'm poisoned, apparently. What sort of poison is it?
It is a poison known as oxycanide.
Huh.
You
Yeah, I
heard
know
of
it's...
it?
Yeah.
NPC knows something.
I have seen the effects before I left to come on adventure and come here, and it seems someone has used it against the former king.
He looks down at his father, who's like...
And the now king, and us.
Right. Well, it's nasty bit of business. It's it can be ingested, it can be injected, but mostly it's ingested. It only reacts when it's fused with blood, and it takes a little while to connect. Take maybe an hour once it's been ingested or injected. It's not great. Cut the skin, it more than likely kills you. Really quick.
Do you have an idea how long it can remain in the system without being activated? Would it wear off with time?
Thinks for a moment.
Good question.
As far as I know, no. Seems to be persistent.
Fortunately, we have discovered that Asher can heal this by magical means, but she has exhausted her power for the day, and not all of us are as we should be.
So, who among you has it?
Me.
And also me. I can see it in my tummy.
Wait. It's in. You don't see it throughout your body.
It's also moving around, but
Okay.
there's a lot in my tummy.
just
You just
try.
said it because it's very...
I know. I just for a minute I was like, wait, is that a hint as to when we ate it? Like, you know, could we start to work back to the crime scene?
That's specific.
Cedric, how fast is your digestive system? Exactly.
I have 4 stomachs. I'm a cow.
He's like 7 feet tall. He's got
Got fairly good metabolism.
CSI mushroom.
It's
Dareth,
just
in your position, are you eating at different times in different places than the king here?
I don't eat here. I eat elsewhere.
You don't eat in the palace at all?
No.
Right.
Who let those people down here?
If we sit here quietly, they may not know we're here.
It's really creepy with a dead body just there.
No, just
No.
dong.
No, I eat off site. Prepare my own food.
It's probably wise. In fact, definitely is, given current
Well,
circumstances.
I've also been taking part in some of the street meat that's available.
Taking part in some.
Partaking.
Ah, right.
I've been eating.
It just sounded like a slightly strange
Is
sentence.
this just something you've never had the opportunity to do before?
We've got a bit of Prince. It's kind of, you know. But if I'm going to be master of spies and whispers, I gotta wander around and work out what's going on. Get those ears on the ground. Don't really know the spy network here yet.
When you are getting in touch with it, just as an offshoot, I did encounter this in Ellendor. It may be worth seeing if there have been any other foreign visitors from the other continent. It is just possible that someone is supplying this, or that the same assassin was at work in both places.
Nods. It does, from what I know, it does seem to be mostly from Haas Gracius, rather than, it's not something that occurs here.
Is it produced by, is it a natural secretion from an animal of some sort, or is it a chemical compound?
It's a compound of different poisonous plants and an animal.
Right. So, very specific ingredients needed.
Aye.
Do you know of an antidote, or is there an antidote?
There is, but we don't have it here because it's not poison that exists over here.
No, fair
So
enough.
now, apparently.
Do you think the ingredients for the antidote would exist here?
Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to go and speak to an apothecary.
Okay.
Or possibly not, as we're wondering if it may be wise to keep all of this secret. If the assassin's nosy plot has been discovered, they will act in a different way. We have countered this threat for now, at least to the king.
Nods. Fair point, fair point.
I can use my bag. The contrivance is on another continent from here. It's unlikely that me speaking... Plus, they're very secretive. We could ask them to see if they can get some antidotes ready just in case we encounter this again. We don't know if someone's just going to try stabbing us with a poisoned blade.
That That
It's not a
could
bad
be worth
idea for future use.
absolutely.
Just in case.
I mean, you can do that now.
I'm gonna rummage through my bag, get out some pen and paper, just write a quick note. Sorry, can someone spell out the poison's name again? Or the antidote's name? Whichever.
Oxygenide, so OXY, etc.
Yeah. Alright, good. Yeah.
You put
I'm
carriage
not
in
going to
between.
attempt to
Yeah,
physical
yeah.
spellings in the attack sense.
Oh,
Because we know
The last
that
word is now with 3 exclamation marks, and I fold the note up and I put it in the bag.
Okay, put it in the pouch.
because we can't.
I mean, I don't expect
check
Colin
it.
to get back to me immediately.
Also, what's the time difference like between here and Fioros?
Between here and Fioros, it's at least 5-6 hours.
So it's afternoon here.
So morning.
It's 6 hours. We're east of them, aren't we?
Yes, you're ahead.
So they're 6 hours behind us.
Yes.
So it's mid-morn or early
No,
morning.
you're fairly early in the morning.
Are we?
Oh.
We were summoned straight here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
From our
we-
rooms.
So midnight.
Yeah.
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 We're not going to get an answer very soon.
Well, I'll check frequently.
But you never know. They live underground. They don't necessarily go by clocks.
And also, if
The
they do,
sun.
it might be something they check first thing in the morning. We can hope.
Wake up, check their emails.
But first things first, we need to at least protect the king more than, unfortunately, any of us.
I agree.
You need to show Deareth the wound we found on the king's body.
The little incision into the armpit.
Lift up, has a look. Looks like that's where the source of the contamination and the reaction was.
Do you think he was injected with it? Or
No,
is
I think
that
he
where
probably-
the skin was broken.
Skin was broken.
Right.
It looks like it was probably ingested.
That cut, though, it's not like they were hoping that he would just get himself shaving, or if they were, they got impatient and decided to give him a little nick under the arm. Because what's the chance the king would have nicked himself in that particular spot?
Especially as most elves don't have
Grey
any
hair.
need to shave.
That's a good point.
He was old.
But it's not so much a cut. It is more like a.
Is it a puncture?
It's essentially a puncture,
Yeah.
tiny puncture.
Yeah.
So what, are we
Someone-
talking like a tiny dagger
Needle.
or like a
Yeah.
syringe?
Needle,
kind
like
of-
someone had a
S-
tap in
it's
their hand.
probably smaller than a syringe, probably close to a needle,
Like a, yeah, okay.
like a knitting needle or
So
something.
someone managed to get
Someone
close
was
enough to the
incredibly
king.
close to the king. Did
Or
the
some-
king wear armour?
Or someone had access
No.
to his. Or someone
Which
had
wore
access
like a
to his
gown.
clothes and concealed the opinions then.
Do we
True.
know what manner he was found in? Was he sort of found asleep in his bed? I mean, he wasn't disturbed in any way?
As far as I was told, he just collapsed.
Where was he?
Yeah.
He's walking to the bathroom, I believe.
So who has access to the king's room?
Unfortunately, probably quite a lot of people, given servants.
say
Yes, there'll be
general
the-
servants like maids.
There was the maid, there's Duarte, of course. He has
Footmen,
absolute access.
And
His
then
dresser.
valet.
any
Yeah,
lords.
that's Duarte.
Yeah.
I
So-
thought that question would narrow it down.
We can assume
If
at
anything,
least
Made
that
it better.
Make more questions.
their intent is to hopefully get away with this without it seeming at all like murder, which is what they've basically achieved with the king, other than the fact they didn't expect someone to come along with the ability to detect the poison.
No, it was quite lucky that I remembered not to get rid of this ability.
Yeah. So essentially they should be coming for us at some point. The problem is they won't realise that half of us won't be affected.
So, what I'm thinking is either this was done by someone who wanted the king dead and wanted to seize power for themselves, or it was done by someone who wanted to frame someone who might have wanted to murder the king to seize power for themselves.
Who has access to the king's food? Let's say, is it just one lot of people that work in the kitchens? Is it
Has a number of chefs and patisseries and individuals who do it.
So
It's
do we
government
need to-
service.
Does the king have a taster?
No.
Shame.
I would have thought they would have someone in the retinue that does what Cedric has done to detect whether there was poison within the food.
That could be a fruitful place to
Start.
start an
I say,
investigation.
I think we need to start talking to members of.
We need to do it in a subtle manner if we
Yeah.
don't want to tip anyone off that we know what's happening.
I'd argue that any investigation's basically going to point out that we know and that we're ahead of the game. We're actually better off playing completely ignorant until they come for us.
If we did,
But until
if
then,
we did
three of
invest-
you were sitting. 3 of us are sitting ducks. Well,
Until-
more than 3 of us, because
For a day? I mean, I've got my hidey hole I
The
can
king as
summon. I don't know about Cedric
Eh?
and Asher when it comes to being attacked, but
Oh well. Every pointy object seems to find
we've noticed.
um,
You also seem to gravitate towards the pointy objects yourself.
Well, I've been working on that recently, but I'm
We have
also not
noticed.
that confident in my training thus far to avoid someone who really wanted to just nick me. I've also been playing with my sword with 5 of the dwarves who could have killed me at any point.
Maybe 3.
Twist that story so badly.
playing with dwarves.
5 dwarves. And there was 1 coat.
So we'll put a coat hanger on the door.
And an oil painting.
Yes. Oh, you didn't see that, did you? You probably, when Lyra brought her armour, there was an oil painting
Yeah.
of a dwarf holding my sword.
Yeah, there would have been.
You would have noticed.
You would have noticed, yeah.
No shirt.
Shut up, that.
I would have thought. Sure.
That's only just clicked in my mind.
I'm fairly certain I mentioned it last
Yeah.
time, but
Did-
you noticed
I
that.
Same
know.
place, same portrait. I don't think you went too extensive, but you did mention it when they
Yeah.
all went in. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to somber tactics as opposed to hilarious dwarfs.
If we did wish to pursue an investigation at this time, we could use the appointment of a new spy master as an excuse. You could be assigning us jobs as we have already proved ourselves to the king.
Bruno says, the point of appointing a spy master is that no one knows that you've appointed a new one.
Oh, there goes
How
that
does the
idea.
old one know that he's not appointed anymore?
Well, usually they're dead.
In this case,
I don't actually know who it is.
That's a really good spy master.
so
Even the
you
king
might be
doesn't-
woken up at some point by a mysterious person who doesn't want to kill you, just wants to tell you that they're actually your
Just
spy
wants to be
master.
paid. I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
I mean, you've got to assume he's dead, otherwise he's bad at his job. He let the king die. From poison. Sounds
That's
like
not necessarily a
Oh.
spy master's responsibility.
Was it the old spy master?
Could be anyone. I'm still thinking it's those shifty bunch, but...
I have a headache.
I think they're fucking obvious.
That Connor
Actually,
Asher.
both.
I mean,
Have some water.
Occam's razor.
Would the other nobles have eaten the same foods as the king?
We have.
No, he means the nobles. I haven't supped with any of the nobles so far. Perhaps that would be a way to tell. If we held a feast.
Just kind of have a feast and then go around stabbing people.
Just a
Or
break.
no.
Cedric could use his spell.
Yes.
You can see anyone within 30 feet.
That's a better way of doing it.
It would be less messy.
I meant to ask, when we first got back to the palace, there was the group in the throne room.
Yes.
And I know who most of them were, but there were 3 gentlemen who were all very nearly identical. Who were they?
The triplets. They are Lorenz, Colborne, and Yaramir. They have been advisors for certainly the last 40 odd years.
There's general advisors, they don't hold specific posts.
No, I think they don't really do anything about trade or money or blades. As far as I know, they just seem to be general advisors. I think they act as ambassadors to various other elven societies.
Spats.
And
What?
So that was out of character.
I know, I still didn't understand it.
Doesn't matter.
and Lord Soberus, what's his official role other than Lord Regent?
He's the Master of Trade in the Treasury.
He's in charge of money too.
So
It's him!
It absolutely isn't.
Him slithering around.
Is this Asher saying this?
No.
She's gone.
I
Lord
rolled an insight check and it was like a 2 or something. He's totally trustworthy.
Lord
Seems like a great guy.
Leodon Felvanger, he's the gentleman with the beard and the belt. He was the Master of Blades, soldiers.
Felvander.
Felvanger, yes. He's the Master of Blades. And Sheva Roywin, I believe you've met.
Mistress of the Arcane.
Aye. And you've met High Priest Evendril, the High Priest, Master of Religion, Ceremonies, and supposedly the Royal Health Provider. Obviously didn't notice.
I mean, that is slightly suspicious. I mean, the cut at least should have been noted, shouldn't it?
This poison acts very, very swiftly when the skin is broken.
Yes.
But I mean, even once
This is a
once
matter
the
of
king was
moments.
dead, any examination should have shown a wound like that, even if
Yeah, I'm not if he was looking for it. If his initial assumption was that it was a blood disorder, then why would he go looking around the rest of the body for any cuts and bruises?
Surely anyone with a certain amount of due diligence would be looking for.
Perhaps, but
But why would the initial assumption be a blood disorder? Does the family have a history of blood disorders?
not that we're aware of.
Why would he automatically assume that? Surely poison, considering the king is the king.
It could also be that he's simply not aware of this particular poison.
Just, the king was so powerful as well. To be overcome by a poison.
I mean, he used the Shadowfell as a dumpster, so yeah.
Am I aware of how
that could
powerful
be
the
another
gates
addition to the suspects list, couldn't it? Maybe we are not the only ones to have survived. Maybe someone,
They already said there
some
were
others
people.
did and came back with a grudge.
Well, they said most people came back mad, I think.
Yeah, so they came back broken.
If anyone came back at all.
Hmm.
Is Asher aware of how powerful the gate spell is?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh. 22? 21, sorry.
21.
Wow.
Not.
I rolled a 19. I was expecting a hard no, but...
From what you know of magic, because this sort of magic is used within Asgard, because there are many doorways from Asgard into different places, different parts of the world, this magic is used. It is one of the highest circles of magic. Almost the 9th circle of magic.
Yeah, I know.
Very-
It's so hard to explain. How powerful is it? I don't know, on a scale of 1 to 9.
Well,
Well,
surely,
0 to 9.
surely this world that's had magic for centuries has decided let's create a grading system for it.
He was so
I mean,
powerful.
each
and yet-
individual system of magical learning might do that, but
Well, the only ones that were really bothered with it were the wizards.
yeah.
So he was powerful enough to be able to use very strong magic, and yet he's been overcome by, frankly, a poison.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if
I
you're
mean,
not
most powerful are
suited,
vulnerable to an unexpected attack.
yeah.
If you're not expecting it, you would have no defences.
No, I was just thinking about how powerful he is and that he succumbed to the poison. So the severity of it.
I mean, I think short of being a god, poison kills most people.
A lot of poisons you can resist.
Can you?
Yeah.
Look into that.
It
The
seems
Rageapede venom you can resist.
I mean, I don't think this one's made to be resisted in any way.
I don't know if magical had the same skills that would promote your magical power would make you any better at resisting poison.
So far, I know of 2 cases of this, and it has been fatal both times.
I do think it's time we left here, though. It's starting to rouse some suspicion. At least we've been down here for quite some time.
Well, what are you planning on doing then?
I think we
Living
we
our
just,
normal
just
lives.
go about our normal time. Just
Well, I mean, I might stay in my room for a while, like until tomorrow morning. Just in case. I mean, sorry, but the king was nicked while he was going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I don't need to be walking down the street and have someone who's meant to try and nick me just give me a little scratch and
I
I
don't
die.
believe it was in the middle of the night. I think it was during the day.
As if it was.
Okay,
lunchtime.
So this person is able to get past everyone basically because of the middle of the bloody day.
He was shopping. 500 people all round him. No one saw.
He was buying a quiche.
Tiny quiche.
Quiches are amazing.
He's buying a mini quiche.
Mini quiches.
Oh, so good.
I do like quiche. Anyway, if you're watching and you want to sponsor us, you
Mini
please,
quiches.
quiche sponsorship. Eat Crit and some quiche.
No, it's
survive.
eat crepe and some fries. I think.
Yeah.
Because that's been there for like 6 weeks now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, my wife got confused when she saw that pinging up on my phone. She's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
What are the possibilities of us getting arrested?
I mean, I can probably find a way.
I'm just thinking it would be a
I've
way
got a track
for-
record.
I'm sure I can find a way.
It'd be
Of
probably the safest place for us to be.
Unless you got injured while being arrested.
I mean, I was just planning on making.
I get injured.
Yes,
Never
actually,
mind.
you do have
Asher
the
does
ability to
attract
just
damage.
hurt yourself
Climbing
at
out
any
of bed.
possible
You make a dexterity
opportunity.
saving throw.
Exactly, like going down the stairs at the moment with my dexterity.
There's a
It could be worse. You could be standing on a slide.
there could be a ball being thrown around, or it might hit you in the face.
Just like a magnet.
You could play with your sword and 3 dwarves.
So
Exactly.
there could be a
You
mosquito.
You could aim to go down a
Oh
slide
god, is
and
that
fall
something
over.
we've got to worry about now? Just general pests? Death by a daddy long legs.
Paper cut.
Mosquito, fleas,
How lame.
spiders.
I don't think
Asher,
paper that
warrior of the
big
gods,
exists.
paladin,
Surely.
died
Pointy
doing
quivers.
clerical
I mean, I've
advice.
cut myself on paper.
Yes, but does paper that thin exist in this world?
That's a good point.
I mean, parchment is fairly thick stuff.
Can be, yeah. That's true.
Anything can cut.
Quill. Stabbed by quill.
Pillow,
Aww.
feathers.
Yeah, we just need to wrap you in some kind of sheep,
I mean,
fake sheep thing to kind of,
I was
or put you in a big bubble.
I was planning on going back to my room and road tricking until the morning.
Just hide
That
forever.
that sounds dirty.
Just sitting there.
I
Nope.
would say turning tricks,
I
George.
have one idea. It doesn't. I'm afraid
They're all out
help.
on the table.
It
I've even
doesn't
thought
help
about
with your
stabbing
situation
myself.
until tomorrow morning, I'm afraid. But you were saying about someone or an idea for us staying with Drenalis to keep him safe. Not everyone, but we could probably fabricate a situation where I stayed with Drenalis.
It could be under the guise of you two starting a budding romance.
I was trying to be subtle about it, but kind of.
I mean,
It would be
it's-
for your own protection.
No, I'm
Hashtag
sure
Team
he
Lyra.
is. You can see that he is going ever so slightly red at the tips of his ears. As is Lyra. Lyra's
I'm sure
just
we're all got
scarlet.
the
Pretty
biggest
much.
shit grins on our
And
face.
it looks really bad with how pale she always
I know.
is. She looks
Lyra's
like
hair
raspberry
changes
brittle ice cream.
mid-conversation.
Tiefling.
I think that makes sense from a tactical point of view as well. We had discussed staying together, but if all of us were poisoned, it seems reasonable to assume that we were all targets. If the assassins could, they would like to dispose of us all at once. That would be harder if we are separated than if we are all together.
At which point Cedric just says, I can't see the poison anymore. That just means the spell's ended. That doesn't necessarily mean we're fine.
Okay. Start with the spells ended. Don't get my hopes up.
I mean, Asher and I can sit in a bubble together for
He said
Few
it. I
hours.
immediately
8 hours. Is that how long that thing lasts?
yeah, and then I can just kind of
Keep it going.
keep it going.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Seems
a
fair.
bubble?
Wicked tiny hut.
Just
16 hours.
the only problem
Just
is
have some time alone together.
And
The only
make sure you
problem
don't get a splinter from the floor during that time.
Problem with the bubble is it's visible.
Yeah, but it's also
Right,
impenetrable.
They could do it
Right,
somewhere
but we
private.
immediately alert people to our situation, at which point they'll go back to Lyra and Jorellis.
but
We
they're
do-
not poisoned.
Not if we do it in the middle. If we do it in the middle of the city, then yes.
Yes, but we're thinking about doing it
Okay.
in the morgue, which is far more discreet.
No, I mean, where would we do it?
In the morgue, I just said.
Serious?
No.
In your chambers.
In chambers?
Yes, which would generally be private.
And we don't assume that this person that was able to get to the king in the middle of the day and prick him under the arm is able to check on our quarters at any time they wish? Are they looking at us right now for all we know?
Can I see anyone?
Make a perception check.
Everyone perception.
Is it
Why am I
Possible.
rolling 4s today?
Is
No!
it possible to
11.
know that someone is
Because you're full.
arcanely looking at you?
Um,
Please, someone else ask this question.
you don't know.
We know you know. You know you're good at Arcana.
That was a one-off!
You don't know.
I don't know.
There is just you guys there.
Cool. No one here. It's just us.
You turn the head of the king just ever so slightly, just so it's not looking at you, even though it's under a sheet.
King moved.
It's another zombie. Stab, stab, stab.
Oh god, yeah, PTSD from that shadow fella. It moved.
I moved it. No, it's stabbing time.
So, it's agreed that Lyra will stay with Drenelus, and that Georges, are we still going with you playing the role of Drenelus as well?
I do not believe that makes sense if Lyra is to accompany Jorellis.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be in their chambers.
It'll be far
Yeah.
more
If Joannis and Lyra are in chambers, if you're looking like Joannis and just kind of walking around being a king, then people are less likely to go and try and check on him.
I think
He has
that's
a good
going to be
point.
too weird and suspicious. And plus, the only person that could plausibly impersonate Jorellis is probably you. And I'm wanting to
Yeah.
be the guy. Yeah, sorry.
Dear.
Dareth. Yeah.
I mean, I could.
You
would
would
know.
need to know everything about how this country is
He would
run,
be a better
basically.
choice for this role than I.
Yeah, but now that we have Lyra, do we really need someone to take the point? And correct me if I'm wrong, but the poison's cured in Jorellis or not?
Yeah,
Yes.
Drenelus is
Yeah,
cured.
yeah.
Lyra's
So
cured.
we're less concerned about him getting a random prick somewhere if they get in. So basically, if trouble does
That's
befall,
Tom's fault.
I'm so sorry. So
God,
if they do
Luke.
come under attack, they won't be easily put down, and they'll should hopefully be able to escape and regroup with us. Hopefully, with information on who was after them.
So that sounds good.
And in the meantime, we make ourselves a separate target. Maybe the splitting up does make us easier. I mean, why would that make us harder? Do they have to kill all of us at the same time? They just have to kill us all in a certain window of time.
I, for one, would not like to be.
Excuse me.
No, I know, I understand. Then again, I've got an invisible hole to hide in, so...
Unfortunately, a massive great sword and a large constitution doesn't do much when it takes one
That
of those
sword
to
is
kill.
not allowed in my hole.
For the record, you don't have Shatterfang on you at the moment.
No, I handed it in.
You did. Just so you know.
Yep. I'm also not attuned to my belt of fire giant strength, so I'm
I'm
very
not
strong.
attuned
And
to
I don't have a
Cinder
sword.
Claw.
Yet. You haven't had it long enough. Cedric does say, are we going to try and find out where this has come from?
Eventually.
I mean,
Dareth, as a
Yes.
spy master, would you have access to materials I could use to disguise myself?
Yes.
I could attempt to talk to the pose as a new servant and talk to those in the kitchens, see if there have been any unusual visitors, anything going on.
so if we have Lyra guarding Jorellis, you two doing recon, and then the rest of us trying to make ourselves look vulnerable, but also be very safe.
I can look vulnerable if you like.
I feel vulnerable.
Be quiet, and I'm sorry.
That's possibly the best way to deal with Cat, not just shut up.
Sorry, I don't understand. What are you saying? Who's doing what?
Uh,
Lyra with Drenalis.
Lyra with Drelish, George and Dareth are doing recon. Then Kalata, Asher, myself, and George, probably Cedric, going back to our abode. We seem probably easier to pick off at that point. And maybe they'll come for us and we can surprise them with the fact that we can't be killed by simply scratching us. Maybe we can
Except
touch one of them.
George is the only
Right.
one.
Yes, we can. That's why we have to set it
Say,
up.
You two are a bit kind of
Useless.
screwed in that
As-
sense.
as
And
in-
Cedric.
As am I.
I'm the only one that isn't. So we kind of have to hope in that situation they go for me first.
And also Lyra. And also George.
I think.
Yes,
he meant
Cedric.
Oh,
If
I see.
The,
You mean of
if the
those.
four of us.
I
I
understand.
also
now.
thought that actually Kelatar might be a very good person to sort of speak to people, speak to the servants, and
But we don't want to
You'd
arouse
have-
suspicion.
You'd have thought that, but every time I've tried to speak to someone, it's not gone well.
But you're a bard. Everyone loves the travelling bard.
Yes,
People talk
again,
to you.
that's what I thought. And one of the last times I tried that, I ended up in prison.
Turns out the problem's been that
Don't
every
take
time
Asher with you. That's the
Yeah.
the problem's been every time
my fault?
Kelatar.
Yes, you threw me on a frickin' bus. Oh yeah.
That's how you get Nordak.
Maybe all the other times the problem was you just had this really obvious erection.
That could have something to do with it. But yes, I'm more than willing to try and kind of talk to people and try and find out any information I can.
And where is safe for us to go?
Here in the morgue.
I mean, well, here is safe. It's not a morgue. It's just a cold room.
Close enough.
I don't. I mean, your quarters. I would have thought the palace would be safe, but clearly not. I don't know. I don't know whether it would be safe for you to go to the Sylvan Chateau or to go to one of the other islands entirely.
I mean, I said I can teleport us out of here. We can regroup tomorrow morning after Asher's cured me and Cedric and herself.
When you say you can teleport people out of here,
Yeah.
to where?
To
Sorisa.
Sorry,
You've got Sorisa and Pariah Deep.
Okay.
Pariah Deep.
And are you able to come back?
No, I would need to find. Give me a sec. I would need to find the circle that I was already hinting at trying to find. Basically, yeah.
Yes, you went to the magic school and asked if you could have it, and they said no.
Yeah. I would need some written consent or some sort of mark from you, Dorellis, to let them know that it's okay to give me that information.
He looks curiously. I mean, yes, I could provide that. It might alert people.
I mean, I was already looking for it before this. I was going to ask you before I knew I was poisoned. It fits
Part
in.
of the problem is that one of the suspects has to be Mistress Roywin.
And she's the one who will have to give consent to give you access
okay.
to the room.
Bubble?
I mean,
I don't know. Fia's just going to put her head down.
In
She's
some
really-
ways, for you who are still poisoned, I feel like possibly one of the safest things you can do is be as public as possible. Go out into the town, look round the shops.
Yeah, and then all someone has to do is brush past me with a pin and I'm dead.
But how will they know where you are? How will they know where you're going?
Because I'm like the
So
only
aren't we
halfling in this
halflings?
entire
You're really
nation.
hard to spot because you're so small.
She does also have rather distinctive outfit.
That is
Yeah.
true.
And I'm not going around anywhere with people wanting me dead, not wearing this.
I would never, for one moment, expect you to.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know if I'll ever take it off again.
Okay, you'll start taking points of exhaustion if you do.
I
Cause
know. Hey, I managed to sleep
It's
in it
awkward.
once without getting exhausted. I can do that every so often, maybe.
No.
I can gain skill in it, you know. Like those people that learn how to sleep.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah, another ones. No.
I have to come up with a spell that's basically equip and dequip in an instant. Okay, yeah, that's a goal.
That's how magic is developed. Just make it up.
Yeah.
Isn't there some armour that has
There is an
If I
armour that can
can
do exactly
throw
that.
There's some armour that's quick off. I don't think there's quick on armour.
I am so sorry.
Sorry! Well, that's my life savings gone. And my house. Anyway,
Oh,
So,
can we
what
please
is-
get out of this cold room?
Yes.
It's some walk.
what are you guys doing?
Panicking.
Shit,
Okay, what are your characters doing?
Flapping.
I'm going with Dareth to get a disguise kit, and then I'm going to try to insinuate myself among the servants. 'Cause
Okay.
servants see things.
Panache yourself in.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Okay, cool.
Anything
Oh,
to see George.
So you're
panache.
going-
yourself.
You're going for a servant's guise.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What are the rest of you doing? You're going with Jorennalis.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what sort of duties he has today. What he
Well,
had planned.
today I was just going to. Well, I had this to deal with. Nods at King's corpse.
Tick.
Oh, that's not a tick. That's definitely something that's still ongoing. Thank you. There wasn't a lot that I had to deal with today. It was more. I thought I would take a stroll around the gardens.
You
weren't gonna do that before.
Perhaps a bit of studying in the library.
That seems. I mean, I was worried if you had sort of audiences to grant, it would be awkward to have another person around.
No, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow I have the general audience of the masses.
So I can certainly accompany you.
Yes,
around
I
the
think
gardens.
I think it might be wise if we were to arrange a feast, though, for those that we think are suspects, and see if they're all innocent. If Cedric is able to do this magic. Cedric, yes, I can do this again.
So, do you want me to go around spreading the word that there will be a feast to those people that we want there to be, and see what I can find
Well,
out?
we've got messengers for that, but if you think you can perhaps talk to talk to their servants, if you can find a way in.
Talk to some people and try and find out if any particular people have, I wouldn't say axes to grind, more pins to prick.
Might be useful.
Just be as subtle and deft as I know you can be.
Make an insight check.
Deception. I mean, I can certainly try.
What if the rest of you, the other three?
Wait, have we summoned our genie friend today?
No.
No.
He invited us to
He could
his
take
place.
he could take you to the elemental plane of air.
We can just stay there overnight.
And how do we get back?
He bring you
The
back
genie
the
brings you
next
back.
day.
Although we were saying about not being too suspicious, but honestly, I don't feel I can be out in public right
I-
now. I will shit myself and be very obviously scared.
We also have a wish.
Do we?
The genie can wish.
Genie can cast wish.
This genie can cast wish.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did tell you.
Yeah, we had this conversation in the Shadow.
He did say he could cast
Explain
two.
to me how badly it could go.
He can grant you a
I've
wish.
forgotten that,
He can grant you
That's
as the wielder of the ring.
I will need. I don't know if he can take people and not other people, but not me to the plane of air. I'm not sure how that would work.
Well, if it is just
But,
Ziving bearer, just you could learn Ziving to one of the others.
I was considering.
I would not like to go to the elemental plane.
No. Why?
If you have wings, I would have thought you would be at home there.
It's just going to a different plane. What if something were to happen?
Funny things can happen in planes.
Like snakes.
You can get stuck in one for several hours trying to get back from somewhere.
Because it's too heavy.
Hi, Ross.
I was going to say.
Were you rolling
It's-
for piloting?
I just roll
it's,
with it.
it's an option.
I'm going back to my quarters.
I was wondering whether the ring I have here, Cedric, I gave you a ring before we left the Shadowfell.
Did you? Oh yes, this one with an owl on it.
Yes. Is it actually really doing anything for you very much?
Not really. It worked for a little bit, and then I realised this is how I am normally.
So, I was wondering, and I have run this by Ross, who is in complete agreement.
Yeah.
Hi, Ross.
Whether actually Kalatar might appreciate that ring.
Yes, it doesn't appear to be doing me any good, but it might help him. He does not make the wisest of choices.
He says in a booming loud
Yes, he
voice.
does.
I really don't.
Would you like this ring that will make you wiser?
Sure.
Have a ring.
Thank you very much.
You take it from him, and it's about yay big.
Wear it like
It's
a
a Prince
crown.
Albert.
Yeah, it's a little. It's just big and chunky.
Offering.
Won't for that either.
It should, when he hands it over to him, though, it's going to go.
When he attunes to it,
Oh. He has to hold the
But,
picture.
but Cedric, I was actually
It's a bracelet.
thinking to make up for that. I would give you the other ring I have.
How many rings do you have? 5.
She's hoping
Well,
for
I've
a
only,
Very
I've
straight
only,
ring.
I only have
Golden
one
ring.
at a time, but I have this ring.
is that the ring that has the man with all the pastries?
Yes.
I mean, he sounds like he's good fun.
I think I'm going to give you this ring.
Roll of wisdom. No.
You're going to give Cedric 2 wishes.
Cedric is mega wise.
Mega wise.
He is wise
Just-
AF.
Not that intelligent.
Thank you. I appreciate
I'll
this
give him a
gift.
piece of paper next time I see him.
You say,
Did you tell Ross that you were going to give him that? as well?
Yes.
Okay.
He says, that would be a laugh.
Yes.
That sounds like Ross.
Words to that effect.
Yeah.
shenanigans.
2 wishes.
So,
you say
Does this mean that I should go to the elemental plane of air with Kafina and Asher, but not Asher because Asher doesn't want to go?
I feel kind of bad if Asha stays, because then she'll be all by herself. Unless Kalatar... Well, no, Kalatar's going around talking, so yeah.
I can accompany Kalatar.
I
I was just
don't
thinking
know.
you could go with Kelatar, that might be relatively safe. Hopefully you're just talking to people, making friends.
Exactly. Friends are always nice.
But you could go with Cedric to the plane of air.
I'm okay if you're okay. You're
Fine with
Yeah.
it. Feet on the ground.
Okay.
So,
Where should we go
Well,
whilst I attune to this?
I think, well, we could spend, 15 minutes? How long does it take to attune to something?
It takes a short rest, so half an hour
we
to an
need
hour. Yeah, we'll need an hour.
Should we adjourn somewhere for an hour while we...
No, I think we should all just go our separate ways, and we'll just wait at our current lodgings for an hour, and then we'll teleport straight from there. No one will even know that we've left.
Okay. Will Kalatar be attuning to his ring as well?
I should
Yes.
So.
Shall the four of us sit together and look as if we are just discussing things about our new house that we are about to get?
I mean, I have something to attune to as well.
No, we don't want you there as well. It's a private tea party. I am
Alright.
joking. That did not have my sense of humour in it. Ah. You could join us if you wish. We could talk about the house
I mean,
and how we would decorate it.
if we were
There.
continuing completely as normal, discussing the house that Drenelis has actually only just told us about is a completely normal thing to do. So actually, that's a very good idea. We could sit for an hour, talk about this house, and then go our separate ways.
Our house in the middle
Don't.
of Alfheim.
I could hear it before it even come out.
Oh, what? And George, will you just go off with Dareth?
that is probably for the best. It's not a good idea for a spellmaster to expose themselves too much.
And if
Not.
anyone asks where you are, we'll say a brothel.
Probably still true. I mean, it's highly likely.
So you've gone out for a run.
Yeah, I think the brothel thing's more believable.
Alright, so with various plans made, you make your way upstairs. 5 of you heading into where? Where are you guys going?
I want my sword.
You get your stuff back, but where are you guys going to go? You're going to go sit.
Let's get some street meat.
Well, you're attuning to something, so you're not going out yet. Because Kelatar and Cedric are attuning to items. So
What
before
about
you
that
head out.
garden that Dorellis mentioned?
Well, you want to go sit outside in the garden.
Oh, why not? We're going to go have a chat. Might as well do it somewhere nice.
Alright. You can go sit outside in the gardens with Drenelus and Lyra. Actually, Drenelus will go off and he has a couple of other things he needs to attend to first.
George hands over most of his weapons for you to look after. Because generally servants don't walk around with giants.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my fancy dagger and a couple of others.
Oh, what, the lion blade? The tooth blade?
Whatever it's called. So
Yeah.
Well, we can do the bloody wound. And
Radakama, that's it.
Bag of holding can fit that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, the spear will actually fit into a bag of holding.
Not the other bag.
No!
The bag of holding. Yeah.
Is that
Different
right?
And are you keeping the pendant on as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, so as you go off in your separate ways, we're going to take a break. So we'll come back to this in just a short while. There is normally a holding graphic, but as we don't have one, you can just watch us wandering around for a bit. So
Hooray.
we'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. See you
Or
soon.
so.
And we're back. So let's get into what we're doing. So, George, you are going off with Dareth,
Yeah.
who
It's
is... yes, it is.
I guess so, because he started talking.
We muted it.
He can see the light.
So, going off with Dareth. Dareth takes on that plain elf demeanour. And sort of nice-ish clothes. Nothing too fancy, doesn't want to stand out too much, sort of middle class-ish. And the two of you make your way out of the castle. And he sort of leads you around and leads you to this tailor's. As he sort of nods and head in. There's an older elf there, sort of. Yes, can I help you? Dareth says, yes, Jaren. This is Phil. He is to be joining the staff of the High Court. Oh, right, so I need to measure. What capacity are you taking part in, young man?
I believe I would be best as a general servant. I do not have a particular proficiency for cooking, for example, but I know how to act around the nobles. I would be suited for fetching, carrying, taking messages, all that kind of thing.
Appropriate uniform shall be made with me. He takes measurements, and I believe I have one in your size already. Excuse me. He wanders off, comes back, provides you with a uniform that you are very familiar to seeing around the palace. Sort of the black waistcoat and tails, and sort of, with the big brass buttons buckled down the front. In trial, fits perfectly.
That is a perfect fit. Very impressive. Thank you.
You're welcome. I shall send this to the palace. Nods. Writes down something in his ledger. And Dareth nods. Lead you out. Right, so we need to make you look a bit more like the normal sort that go about the palace.
Yes. If you have access to disguised materials, I have a certain skill with them.
And they've got some prosthesis. Come with me, we'll go back to one of my apartments. He leads you round sort of to the lower districts of the city, which is difficult to tell. It looks like the castle sort of centers in and it sort of spirals out a bit. But you eventually make your way to one of the sort of lower regions, and Nerith looks around and just reaches his hand against a flat brick wall. Just sort of twiddles his hands behind you, just hear and the wall seems to just slide out ever so slightly, leaving a gap about 2 foot wide. So if you just sort of slide and he pulls it back behind him and lead you upstairs to a sort of hidden apartment.
This is impressive. You've obviously taken to this role quickly.
It was something that I wanted to have a look at. I was younger. I found some of the old plans, some of the old safe houses. In the meantime, let's get you sorted out. So, he hands you the various bits of modelling clay and other bits of disguise material that are needed for you to disguise yourself as a half-elf.
Yeah.
So, make a disguise check. So this will be deception with advantage, and you are proficient, so...
I have expertise in deception.
This is using your disguise kit, so this will be a... I'll say this is your charisma and your disguise kit, just your straight proficiency rather than a actual deception check.
Okay, charisma plus proficiency bonus.
Yes. With advantage because he's helping you.
18.
Okay. Looks passable. Sort of thing that may, under severe scrutiny, may come undone, but doesn't look too bad at the moment. Yeah, as far as you discern, you look like a half-elf. The jaw is sort of made to be a bit pointier, sort of rounds out some of the harder jawlines that you have. The moustache has to go, unfortunately.
That's fine. It'll go back.
Yeah.
So you saw it.
The ears are pointed. And a couple of other facial features just shift ever so slightly. Yeah. Right, that looks pretty decent. We'll get back to the palace, get you talking.
I believe this will serve for the purposes required.
Good use of the voice. Come. He takes you back towards the palace. So that's taken about an hour and a half to get everything sorted out. The rest of you are sitting in the palace, in the grounds, in the gardens. What are you wishing to do?
Meant to be talking about a house, aren't we?
It's what you want to talk about, I mean.
Someone else came up with the idea. I'm just going along with it.
It was my idea.
Then it was a good idea.
We're not doing a very good job. Do you think we should walk away from the palace?
I mean, we can. I'm not entirely fussed on where we go.
You're with us too, by the way.
Absolutely, I'm willing. I'm happy to follow wherever anyone wants to go.
It might be best that we were out of sight of the guards. That way, if anything comes along, we can deal with it ourselves.
Well, we're not going to be completely out of sight of the guards because they will almost certainly follow.
The king.
Oh, he's not with us.
He's
No,
not with
he's going on.
He's
Fair
off
enough.
doing kingly stuff.
He's off ruining the plan.
Yeah, but he's still surrounded by guards, so he's alright.
So you say.
But you take a little stroll around the garden. You wander past quite a nice reflecting pond that seems to be guarding around. There's a few rose bushes, a couple of statues that are erected in that position. There's a few odd ones, sort of you don't really recognise the forms of them. Although you do, Asher, you kind of recognise this as being statues to Frey and Freya.
Mm-hmm.
Made out of beautiful marble that's just carved and fits in with the surroundings. It's very nice. But as you sort of sit there discussing and thinking about it, I will say Lyra and Asher and Cedric to make perception checks. I'll roll for Cedric because it's you.
My +3 is not good enough.
You don't have it yet, you haven't attuned.
18.
$24.
It's already
24.
+3.
What was yours?
18.
18. Your perception. Oh, that's right, because you're proficient in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Passive perception. Your passive perception is 13. Theirs is
Yeah.
higher.
Much useless.
Okay.
Not
for much longer.
Cedric's is insane.
Cedric's is 20. If he's got his shield on, it's something like 28.
I love
Yes.
that gif of the meerkat with the googly eyes. It's so Cedric.
He's got his shield up, but he doesn't, because why would he? Okay. And sort of talking about various bits of the house. You and Cedric don't really detect anything at you. Lyra, your ears prick up. So if there's something moving not too far away from you, like there's an inauspicious rustle. Not helpful, Matthew.
Sorry.
We're on land, it's not a shark.
Could be a land shark.
Are we? They come up from underground. They don't rustle in bushes. You know this.
Could be a tree shark.
No!
It's the bouncing snake again. Presumably, we haven't by this time attuned to our various
Nope,
items.
not yet.
Just a hand, just on the hilt of the sword, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did you point that out that there was
I-
something?
Yeah. Just
I'm gonna summon 4 tiny wolves out of my sword.
4 tiny ones.
4 regular wolves.
4 tiny wolves compared to my 2 dire wolves.
4
Oh,
wolves.
yeah, they're like wolf puppies.
That's not wolves.
Just regular wolves. They appear.
And we're
Regular
playing this off
wolves.
as in we're going to play some fetch, or why have you suddenly summoned wolves?
I
Bit
don't
of
know what
rough
that's.
housing. Because that's what you two need to be doing.
The 4 wolves just sort of look at you expectantly.
Just walk around, pace. It's fine. Just giving them a walk around. Also, all the warriors in Asgard walk around with these. Just dire wolves.
You just summoned 4 wolves just to patter around.
It's common. It's fine. It actually is common.
What's going on?
And you proclaiming so loudly is only making it seem more.
It's common! This is totally not suspicious!
Sorry.
But the wolves just sort of move, sort of skulk around a little bit. Are you directing them to go and do anything, or just to be there padding?
To mostly protect Athena and Cedric. So
Okay.
just to sit and mingle around them.
Make a perception check for the wolves. With advantage. So I believe a wolf perception is +4. But I will double check.
Didn't have to do with smell.
Need to reroll.
It is to do smell, and I believe they do have advantage because of smell.
+3.
That's +3 perception.
19.
19? Okay. A couple of them, as they sort of pad around, they sort of stop and sniff the air. They look over towards some of the shrubbery that's over to the right.
Must be nice.
Have I noticed any of, other than the fact that the wolves
Other
are
than the fact
very
there's 4 wolves wandering around.
have I noticed the caution of them? The Lyra's hand on her hilt.
Yeah,
the
Lyra
wolves noticing
Lyra's made it
something.
obvious that something's not right.
Cool.
Has sort of made it aware to you. Cedric is sort of sitting there and trying to look nonchalant. And
I'm
being
going
Cedric.
to try and make sure I'm not like right next to a bush that someone can just poke me from.
Okay.
Like,
Step away from the bush.
I want to be
It
like
gets an
out in the
opportunity
open.
attack.
If anything's coming towards me, I want a split second to try and react to it.
Okay, so there's the 2 statues that sort of at the end of the sort of reflecting pond. There's maybe 30 foot long, 20 foot across. It's got lilies floating in it, and then there's a sort of a shrub, a little bit of a forested area over to the side. A couple of small copse of trees and bushes. Sort of to the you've got statues at the let's say the southern end of the pond, and the statuary, the shrubbery and such is up sort of northeast. The walls are sort of looking over towards the shrubbery area.
So, sorry, how far is the shrubbery area from us?
Maybe 20, 30 feet.
Okay.
From where you are.
I'm looking at Lyra for a...
Say very quietly. I think there might be someone invisible.
I need to say it a little louder. We are on recording.
Say very quietly.
Do you? Sorry.
I think there might be someone invisible.
There is nothing I can do about that.
Me neither. But
Okay.
I think wolves can smell them.
I'm going to let one wolf go and inspect.
Does it need to be verbal or can you do it
It's
telepathically?
telepathic.
Usually is with things you summon.
This is conjure beasts. I'll double check.
Conjure animals.
Conjure animals, yes.
Verbal.
It's verbal.
Cool.
So you would have to say it.
I will say it.
Okay. It starts plodding off. And at that moment you all suddenly
Die.
can't hear anything.
Oh.
Rope trick.
I'm a
Is there a
blown.
verbal component to that spell?
And at that point you need to roll initiative. Have we got a way for Dom to see Cedric's sheet?
No.
Just to keep him involved.
It's like
I don't have internet at the moment. Are you still hotspotting?
it's fine. I
No,
don't mind
it could just be our
considering
hearing
Okay.
that's impaired, not the ability to make sound.
What am I doing?
It could be.
It could be.
It almost
Initiative
certainly
check,
isn't.
Matthew.
it's almost certainly the silence.
No! Cool. Good start.
Actually, I got a 20.
So 18.
What's
not
the
very
wolf dexterity?
So 25 to 20. Lyra?
Unnatural 20.
Connor, 2.
2.
No spells that I know myself
Uh,
can I cast.
2 wolves got 20.
2 wolves. They go as one pack.
Oh, they all got 20 then.
But what, have you rolled for all of them or just...
I rolled 2 separate ones and I was going to roll again.
Oh, they both got 20. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You rolled two 18s.
Yeah, one was an 18, one was an 11.
Roll again, just because it's a one group initiative. That'd be... Why'd you roll twice?
Well, they were both a 20 and an 18.
Wait, what?
Roll.
He wants you to roll one
Roll
dice
one
D20
D20.
One
to get
D20
one
for
initiative number.
4.
Fine.
Cool, they're going down with me. It was either a natural 20, an 18, or a 4.
So Ash... What did Ash get? Ash got an
A
18.
natural 20.
Right, so Ash is at 18.
Yeah, I
so
think.
Probably easiest to.
Well, I'm dead.
15 to 10. 10 to 5.
Oh,
8.
Did anyone
9.
roll for Cedric?
I haven't rolled for Cedric, but I can do.
He rolled a 4.
Hey!
He has a +1 to Dex.
So 5. What
If he has
did you
his shield up, he has advantage.
8.
8?
He doesn't have his shield up. We were playing it. Yeah.
And then Cedric. Have you got Cedric up there?
I've got his sheet.
Okay. He is down 2 spell slots. First level and a second.
No.
When I cast
A
from
first
a
and
scroll,
a second.
Yes.
it's the same components, is it?
What's that, sorry?
When I cast from a scroll, is it the same components?
You still need to be able to read it. You don't have the material components, but you do have to have the verbal.
Tech,
Yeah,
poison,
so
and
okay, still
disease.
screwed.
He's cast that and he's also cast Great Gentle Repose.
Actually, let him pass that. Okay.
Spell slot first. What's it doing? It might be that I can't actually change things on Cedric.
Oh, it might be. Okay, in
Yeah.
which case...
I can only-
It doesn't matter.
I'm guessing this, like,
It's-
I mean, you
tell
can.
me-
I mean, you can just see the bits, the abilities that are on there, and
Yeah.
then we can just write them
his
down.
stats, his stuff.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
So, top of the round, Lyra.
bunch of spells I don't know.
So sorry, what's
You got
actually
time.
happened?
Just that has gone off.
What has gone off?
The silence.
The
So
silence.
just water silence has just made you now twitchy.
Do I have my shield with me?
You would have done. You'd be carrying around.
Right. In that case,
You usually do.
I will draw Cinder Draw, which I think will sort of function as a +1
+1 longsword, yeah.
finesse longsword.
Yes.
Um,
So that's the physical makeup
Yeah.
of it rather than a magical effect.
action, I will put my shield on
Okay.
and if you'll allow me to use the rules changes we talked about, I will use bonus action to activate
Planar Warrior.
Planar Warrior.
Okay, so we've done a little bit of homebrewing on this one where Planar Warrior acts essentially the same way as Hunter's Mark, but it just means that instead of having to use bonus action each time, it just lasts for the first attack for a minute.
And
That's our slight change to it.
You can do it a number of times equal to your wisdom
modifier.
Per
So
long rest.
Per long rest, yes. Changing it to make it, change the action economy. See how it works out.
Yeah.
To make it shit, Jared? No,
I said less shit.
less shit. Well, to help anyway.
So I'll do that, and I will stand up because I presume I was sitting,
You were, yes.
and just sort of take a ready position.
Okay. You then notice coming out of the bushes, there is this humanoid figure dressed in sort of this green cape that has sort of blended in with the general copse of trees, and is going to make an attack against the wolf that is prowling towards it.
Well, thank God.
That is, that's a definite hit.
You don't know. It's got a higher armor class than me.
Well, that's an 18 to hit.
That's a 13.
So it's
One higher AC than me.
Stiletto Scorpion, Scorpion Stiletto dagger.
Ooh. It's a sexy dagger.
It's a sexy dagger. There might be sixes.
She's so good with her
Rip
stiletto.
Wolf. That's all I'm saying to this.
Yeah.
Rip Wolferino.
20.
Dead.
Yeah. It's actually 30 points of piercing
Dead.
damage. Yeah, it's
That's double.
yeah, it's super dead.
Yes, this is super dead. It has 11 hit points.
Wow, yeah, he did.
Dead.
I
As
mean,
it-
unsummoned, presumably.
Yeah. You just stabs into the back of the wolf. It's sort of, you see it go and disappear off.
You've got 3 left.
I then need 4. No, actually, no, you can't do that.
Fuck off.
I just pick up a dice like,
He's then going to.
make me make a dexterity saving throw
No, he is not.
against knife.
No, however, the stepping out of the statues,
Oh,
Of course.
one's going to attack you, Asher. One's going to attack you, Kalatar.
Oh,
Rip. Bye bye.
well, same
Hi, guys.
sort of person.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Out of the statue.
out of the statue, out of the
Out
stone
from behind
statue.
you.
Yep. No, out from actually physically out of the stone.
Yeah.
So against Asher, yeah, that's a natural 15, so that hits. And against Kalatar,
PC is so shit.
it is an unnatural 20.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bye. Let's hope it's a blunt weapon.
Hit you with a hammer
That's still cool.
Hit you with the skillet.
in the stomach.
Yeah.
So
That's
Kalatar, you
on
take.
the butt.
Actually, no, sorry, Asher first
It's
because I
with the
said Asher
squeaky
first.
inflatable hammer.
It's a chicken. And that's where he walks out and goes, and that's how quickly we could have killed you if we were actually trying to hurt you.
You take 17 points of piercing damage,
Uh-huh.
and I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
A bleeding
Ah, yeah.
check.
So one for do 2 in order. So only one's for poison on this, one's for a different thing.
28.
Okay, so you take half of 76 poison damage.
Nice.
So, I don't know.
Which you're about to get hit with as well.
You want some D6?
No! Make him roll his own ones. You should have been prepared if you're going to massacre me.
I've been home, guys.
20, 25 reduced to 13 points of poison damage
Nice.
Oh.
to you, Asher. And then second con save.
What was the first initial impact, sorry? 13 and 20, something I think.
20...
Got the poison? Or
No, the initial
The
damage.
initial hit. 17, sorry.
17, yeah, for the piercing, and then it was 13 points of poison damage. So
Oh,
30
30.
total. And then the second con save.
To not die.
Myself, my own notes.
18.
18, okay. So,
That was not very high for me. Ow.
We love you. You'll be missed.
Whoops.
you take 31 points of necrotic damage, reduced to 16 because you are resistant to necrotic damage. and you are poisoned.
Ruh-roh. That I can't do.
Galatar,
Yeah.
you take. As you the first spray of blood comes out, you start to see it start to turn to blackness, and you feel it sort of surge up your arm. You wince against it. It's not killing you.
Oh no, it is. It really is. I've just lost half my health.
Yay!
A mere mortal would be dead right now. And
Speaking of which,
Yeah, by the way, you were so concerned about making sure the guy that can revive people is alive. But the one that can cure the
27 points
disease.
of piercing damage. Sorry. Yeah, it is 27. I was right the first time.
27.
27, yep. And I mean to make a con save. Just one.
God, D&D Beyond, guys. Con save, yeah?
Yes, please.
Right. Change the D20. They both suck.
so
I'll be a 5.
oh no. Don't think you have to. make a
18
save.
points of poison damage, and you're poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh, I'm also poisoned, aren't I?
Yes, so both of you are under the poison condition.
Woo! Can do a thing.
So they are.
Poisoned.
One is standing behind. Actually, you were standing specifically away from the statue, so you're a bit more in the open. So you're sort of about 10 feet away from everyone else.
Okay.
I don't know if that does nothing.
But the two have popped out behind Kelatar and Lyra. That ends.
Asher.
Asher, sorry.
That ends Ash. Yay!
No, actually, you are pretty.
I'm pretty
yeah,
close.
thank you.
You're close, but you're.
Just trying to work out what it was.
You were sort of paying attention to what was going on, so you're probably a little
Yeah.
bit further up the side of the pond, whilst Asher's
Yeah.
sort of standing back a little bit.
God help me! I better be near that pond. I need it.
That will end their turn. We'll
Was
bring-
Kelatar near me?
Kelatar wasn't. He's not within 5 feet of you.
Fantastic.
That brings us to Asher's turn.
Kill.
Oh, actually, no, you don't need to make con save because it's part of your magical item. So never mind.
I'm not concentrating on anything at the moment. I will throw my wings out.
I'll just remember I need to put the wolves in. The 3 that are left.
How far away is Kafina from me?
About 10 feet to 15 feet.
Fly, grab, up.
Okay, gets an attack of opportunity against you.
Fine.
Natural one. Yep. Goes to make a stab at you. The wings have just come out and sort of thrown him off balance. You grab and go.
Flapping in the head.
Yeah, essentially. So you fly 15 feet and you go 15 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
You are still within the silence.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just holding.
Okay.
Rain fire from above. I don't know. Don't get stabbed.
Stare like you would a badger.
Kafina, it's your turn.
Yeah. So interestingly, my spell list is incredibly limited when I can't speak.
Is it?
I was going to do the ever so fancy trick of shape water twice so that I could make a bubble of ice
can't
around
speak
me in the
because
pond.
we can't hear.
However, instead, I'm going to cast Mind Spike on the one that came out of the stone.
Because I can't hear.
Is that verbal?
No, you can't.
No, it's like it's the one I had to learn about for Water Sphere because I can cast it while in that to try and break the concentration of the caster. But I didn't know about it at the time.
Windspike.
No,
So
I
it is.
can't.
Okay, sure. So it's a wisdom saving throw.
Indeed.
I've still got 9 hit points to give myself.
Oh, your DC's gone up, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Natural 20.
Fuck off.
So a 27.
Quicken!
Okay.
It's a level 2 spell. I can do that. Yes, I have Spell Driver.
Okay, so you're casting it again.
Again.
Okay.
Another.
I already used up his one natural one. so-
29.
Why?
Sorry, not 29. 19.
I was going to say, hang on, a crit.
A crit got 27.
19.
Give me a sec.
This is Luke's special dice.
That
It was a 27.
fate changing die
Affects
is...
you, not them.
I can't minus other people's.
No, you can't
No.
give someone a negative 10. That would be
Sounds
amazing.
quite like half luck.
So yeah, that was me.
It deals damage. It's half as much damage on a successful save.
Oh, is it? Okay.
3d8 psychic damage.
I'm so used to when they have say.
because you've
Damn
cast
it.
it
Yeah, so
twice.
just roll it and then just use the actual.
Number.
Okay, well that was 13.
And he died.
13 points. No. No. Don't be dumb.
Well, maybe like he was an assassin on
But
one
that
of
is
the
2 lots of damage, so DC 10 concentration save twice.
Are they concentrating on something?
They're not
Silence.
concentrating on anything.
Silence?
Damn. No, yeah, I shoot
Achilles!
the silence.
No.
Yeah, you've
You're
targeted.
assuming that one of these three is concentrating on silence.
I assume the guy that emerged from stone is
There
the
are two
wizard.
guys.
Two guys emerged from the stone.
Oh, fuck.
One was in a bush.
And
One was in a bush and walks out.
I am personally not sure that any of them is the one
No.
casting
No.
the silence.
There's a fourth
Okay.
person somewhere.
Or they used an item.
Who knows?
I mean,
Anyway, okay, so that's your turn. As you just sort of sit there and just sort of do a gesture, just he sort of he just sort of goes winces a little bit, sort of confused. Okay, cool. That ends your turn. Kalata.
Can I move 30 feet away, or my full movement away from these guys?
Yes, you can. You will get an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
That is a many 24.
5.
Yeah, that hits.
Why did you do that?
That is 7 points of piercing damage, and you need to make another Constitution saving throw.
It's fine. Better. 16.
16, fail. Oh no, actually no, that's a success on this one. This poison's okay.
This is the poison from the knife, not from the poison we
Yes.
have. Which is the one that did like 50
Takes
times.
11 points of poison damage.
11.
Yes. You're still poisoned from your previous instance, but
Cool.
not as bad.
So, having moved 30 feet away, can I still not hear?
You can hear now, I believe. I believe it's only a small area. I will double check.
If it's actually silence, I think it's 15 feet.
Wait, yeah, how did we not get outside of that?
Because there's a peak of the dome and I can only go 15 feet up.
20-foot radius sphere if
There
it's
you go.
silent.
Yeah, so yeah. You out of it, you can suddenly hear birds twittering. And the
Fuck 'em up!
Cool.
Birds.
Die, sparrows, die!
It was the sparrows, they did it!
Okay, so I'm just going to look at them and go, I think there's only one thing I can do. Eldritch Blast.
So is this little guys or the sparrows?
Guys.
make attack rolls.
Boar.
You're a
So you're-
bad luck? Or have you.
No,
secreted?
we've done a change.
Just someone want to look at that one.
That's a natural 20, yes, for one of them.
And a 16 for the other one.
16 misses the other one.
Ooh,
I'm
okay.
going to assume the natural 20 was targeting the one that stabbed you previously.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he takes
2d10.
6. I rolled a 4 and a 2.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Is it
No, basically, because he's leveled up and he's able to take Raise Dead as a 5th level spell from Bard, and because he essentially had to take Revivify, even though it's not a Bard spell, as one of his magical secrets, I said he could switch it out if he just to
So I
fit
thought
character.
Eldritch Blast, because why not? Because then I can actually do something offensive.
As opposed to just generally things that are offensive.
Yeah. That's just Kalatar being Kalatar.
Okay, so the Eldritch Blast goes out.
Cool. Misses the other one, that's fine.
Oh, hang on. You had disadvantage because you were poisoned.
Okay, so the first one was a 16.
Which missed. I'll let the one that the crit stand because I got it wrong. So we'll say this is for the second one.
Oh? There'll be a 11.
Oh, yeah, misses. So the first one just misses off the side. You're not used to the end. The second one just hit him square in the stomach.
Cool.
And you just watch him go. Okay.
Cool.
Bone action.
Yeah, I will. What do I need to do? I will inspire. I'll inspire Lyra.
Who can't hear you.
None of us can hear.
Can't. No, none of them can. Yeah.
You don't know that.
Just give him a thumbs up.
Inspiration!
No, I would be. Just like, no, I wouldn't know that.
Pulls out like those boards
So-
that people do.
I'm good.
Okay. Cedric.
Cedric can't cast any of his spells as far as I can see.
Ah, verbal components.
So I
Foiled
guess-
again.
So, is he currently in combat with anyone?
Healing word.
Okay. He would have seen the guy just double over after taking a blast to the stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess pull out Genesis and go and chop at him.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Chop chop.
No, that's a 10.
10 misses. He takes the axe out and he goes to swing, and the guy sees him coming just blocks it out of the way with his sort of stiletto dagger. Yeah, exactly. Wolves.
All three of them will attempt to make a bite attack on the one that was near the bush.
Okay. So they all. What's their movement? 30 feet?
40.
40. Oh yeah, easily make it.
Oh, they're as fast as you.
They do have advantage because pack tactics.
Oh god, that's everything so bad. 18s plus 4, so that hits, right?
Yes.
22.
22 hits, but okay,
For-
they all have advantage. So
yeah, no, but I've got to work all of them out first, and then because if I do that,
oh,
I
so you
might
do it that way. You
regret-
keep the same 3 dice, the same.
because that could happen,
which
which
is
is a 1, a 3, and a 4. So it does a 23, a 20, and a 17 hit.
all 3 hits.
Oh, good.
Ooh, we've got a target
Indeed.
number.
Oh no.
Die.
Which is good because I can use my clockwork hand.
Go
3,
doggies.
4. 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage.
Griffin Wrath.
Okay, so sees on.
It must succeed on a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone 3 times.
19, 12, and natural 20 on the dice,
Got rid of one.
and then those.
Well, you
That
got rid
would
of
work
8 natural.
like-
Silver linings.
Okay,
That's
That
them.
should work like that.
okay.
They don't have bonuses.
Zero.
so.
You wish your dice were like that. So much better for you if they did.
Thank you. Right. How far am I from the assailant who is in combat with Cedric?
You are probably about 10 feet away.
Right. I will make straight for that one.
Okay,
Make 2 attacks.
go for it.
I can't Hunter's Mark.
Verbal components.
Every single spell I have has verbal components. That's okay.
Is the same spell verbal out of the goggles?
Oh, that's a
Sorry,
good
but
idea.
you would know that.
That's
I
true,
feel
yes.
like I would know that.
Yes, that's true.
Can I use it?
Yes, you can.
In that case, bonus action. Thank you.
You're-
I will bonus action use Hunter's Prospect to cast Hunter's Mark.
What? You just hit me for over half my health points.
I don't know. I don't actually know which way that it makes me look when I look from this side at you. I don't know if it makes me look
You're looking
at
at
Yeah,
Matt.
you're
Yeah, so I'm just glaring at Matt for no reason. So
Matt, why did you remind me?
no, it
So,
doesn't.
yeah, first attack. That's a natural 1.
okay, misses.
See?
You swing the sword out. You're not used to the length of the blade and the width of it, so you just swing the sword and you just hit the statue before you
Okay.
get the
Okay.
around.
Second attack, I will use my Clockwork Amulet,
I'm glad I
Oh,
picked
okay.
which makes it an 18.
That hits.
So, that's 2d8 plus 1d6 damage, I think.
Yes.
Damn! And he was on about just tickling enemies.
Different sword. Better sword.
Better sword. A magical sword is much better than a non-magical sword.
It is, yeah.
No, plus 6 because of dueling.
I think we end up in a reverse room.
Oh, that's rather good. That is 23 points of force damage.
Ow. Okay. Having got force on the blade, you just managed to rip it across, and you just feel that plane of energy wrap around it, rip through this guy. He's just not happy about it.
And you've got my shield.
Yep. All right. And your turn brings us to them. So the other one's going to.
Plan is to make me look like a bigger threat than you.
You are a bigger threat.
The other one is going to step up to Cedric. The one that you attacked is going to attack you. Which is, nope, that is a 13. Cedric. 16 to hit Cedric.
It says here his AC is 17.
That's if he's got his shields.
Is it?
Which he does not. Because actually,
let's see.
To be
If
fair,
his-
he has got.
His Sentinel shield is marked as equipped on here.
Let me double
it's probably
check
a 15
something
then.
because he has got. No, he's got scale mail. That's right.
Yeah.
He's got Bart scale mail.
Okay, so that will hit.
Okay.
I mean, hasn't he had his turn yet?
Cedric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all the three.
Oh, has he just not got the shield?
Yeah, you didn't put it on. He has the shield, he just hasn't put it on yet. So with sneak attack, because his allies within. 12.
It's not George.
18. 23 points of piercing damage. And I need 2 constitution saving throws, please. Cedric.
Right.
Are you looking for Cedric's?
I'll do the constitution.
Oh yeah, we can't actually change it on here.
Can you just write it down?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Is it-
23, did you say?
23 points of piercing
I
damage.
can change it on mine.
Oh yeah, that's true, because Connor's got the master account
Oh, right,
logged in.
And 2
Change what?
constitution
His hit
saving
points.
throws.
I can change mine.
So you're at
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can change
Yes.
your own, but
Oh.
not another character's.
Alright, gotcha.
Yes, 2 con saves. So roll them separately.
Connor.
Yeah. First one is a
What's the
natural 20.
What's the first one?
Okay, so that is
20.
So she's down, he's
22
down
in
to
total.
46.
so that is 13 points of poison damage. And then make it the second con save.
You just say 14 points of poison.
13 points of poison.
Second
Three.
save is an 8.
Cedric, as the blade cuts into Cedric and cuts across him, the blood suddenly spatters and you just see it turn to black. And falls backwards into the pond. Unconscious, 0 hit points.
Sorry, Ross.
That's what happens when you don't turn up.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
And he is poisoned.
I would
But a
like
different
to-
rage. Yeah. Cedric! Although, no, it's just you.
Can you change it?
What, to 0?
No, I mean you can alter his sheet.
To dead?
I mean,
Unconscious.
Yeah, I can
Yeah, because
right.
it's
I've got the
accessing
master.
through the master account, so he has the password for it, so it's fine.
Gathered.
Alright, that ends. Oh no, that's the 2 of them. The other one's going to stab one of the wolves.
Dead.
No, he rolled a 12, which is lower than their AC.
Still alive.
That's
Riff lives.
That will end their turn. Brings us to Asher. You see Cedric on the ground.
I can't do anything. I heal anyone.
Throw a halfling at them.
Please don't.
How far away is Kelatar from me? Because I would have seen him fire off a green blast.
Kalatar from you now. He went sort of that way. He's probably about 25 feet.
Sweet. Drop Kafina by Kelatar.
Not too far from the ground.
You'd have to fly at an angle to get
Yeah.
to.
And then, is there anyone within 15 feet?
Within 15 feet of you? No, that uses more of your movement because it's 25 feet to get to him.
Okay.
Oh, of course, you've got 40 feet of movement. I always forget this barbarian.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy that's with all your wolves.
Rage and hit.
Okay, go for it. With advantage because pack tactics.
Mm-hmm.
It cocked itself on top of another die. Stop leaving die in there.
17 on the dice.
Yeah, that hits.
So,
That hits a lot.
home smiting.
You are. This guy is known as fucked in the general world.
He is now.
26.
26? Nice. Right. As you cut into him, he's like, no! The silence vanishes.
Bingo.
Hey!
Ah.
Fuck.
Thank God, because I forgot to add a d6 on that as well, and I rolled 2.
Oh, well, add the damage then.
Would have been an extra 5.
Well, then the silence doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
killed him too much.
No, it's not that he's dead, it's that he lost concentration,
Yep.
isn't it?
Oh.
He's not dead.
Ah!
Oh no, he's still alive.
Good. I want to hurt.
An additional 5 always helps. Oh, well then I'll hit him
Yeah,
again.
your second turn, yeah.
17 on the dice.
Yeah.
Smart. I'm not fucking around with this guy.
Good.
Oh, that's bad.
Ouch.
We're sending a message. If you come
No, not
to
a
kill
message.
us, we
If you kill us, we bleed.
Yeah, but we also basically eviscerate your body.
Oh shit!
29 points.
What's up?
I'm just thinking there's probably an attack happening to
Regardless, yes, I
at the
immediately
same time.
thought
29.
of that. Yeah.
29?
That's why I hated him getting away from us. It's like, wasn't the plan for us to guard him?
Alright. Ends your turn, Asher.
Uh-oh, he didn't
Meant to
die.
have your
I'm in
arms
trouble.
into-
Ifina!
Right.
I'm in danger.
Are all of the enemies within 40 feet of each other?
No.
Who's not?
The one who's out on his own.
How much further away is he from all the enemies?
Sorry, are you saying 40 feet from each other?
From
specifically?
each other.
Yeah, he's out by about 5 feet.
Cool.
That was all.
Yep, no. Synaptic static. I'll expand one to
Okay.
gain that extra 5 feet to get that fucker in
Sure.
on it.
Yeah, so you said it wasn't going to be useful.
No, I said it was. I said this is the spell I couldn't dare
No,
not
the
get.
expansion, not the spell.
No, I said it would once I got more AoE things.
20 foot
Oh,
radius sphere. Okay.
Yep. So 40 foot across.
Okay. Alright, fine. So, I need everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Careful spell.
How many people can you target?
4. How many are in that area?
So you've used one sorcerer's point to expand it. You've used one to quicken. Oh, you've got 8, 9.
I've still got 7 at the moment. So 2 sorcery points.
Okay,
One for
so
everyone.
you've got Cedric,
Yeah.
Kalatar, Lyra, George, and yourself. Sorry, not George, Asher.
Why are we within this? Because I could have sworn
Yes.
me and Kalatar were outside. Aren't we away?
You're 30.
You're
30
further,
feet from
further
one
away
guy.
from it, but you moved that away from the statue, so further up towards the guy who cast the spell.
So we're in the middle. We're not on the side.
Correct.
Oh crap! All right.
So and also all the wolves.
Oh, there.
Fine. Instead of that, then, where are the biggest clump of enemies?
The other
The two by the statue.
by me and Cedric.
Unconscious Cedric.
Close there as well.
What's the area between them?
Like 5 feet, they're next to each other.
Goody. 7 means I can do it 3 times and 1 for careful spell, so Cedric doesn't get a wallop. That will. Let's see. Hang on. Sorry, 40 down to 20 down to 10 is probably as far as I can go, can't I? To get them both. You said they're 5 feet away, so
They're next to each other.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, it still needs to be 10 feet wide to get both of them. I can't drop it down to 5 feet. So focus 2, careful spell.
Targeting Cedric.
Targeting those 2.
No,
And-
targeting Cedric for the cap.
Look at that. Careful spell.
And
Yes.
the
Okay. Lyra.
placing it so I'm not in it.
Well, it's them 2 that are standing right next to Cedric. I'm just making.
I'm next to one of
Yep.
them.
Then you're another person the careful spell will target then. I got 4 people. As long as there's not 4 people huddled around these guys, I'm fine.
I'm going to allow it this time because we're doing this all theatre of the mind and there's a lot of things going on. But next time you say this is what I'm doing, that's it. Hardline.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the problem.
That's fine. I'm saying it's theatre of the mind, so I'm not too fussed about it. I'm just saying at the moment.
Yeah, it's just-
in future reference, you will have actual physical representation because
I'll
I
be
haven't
able to
been
tell.
home.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to deal with that. So
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
intelligence saving throws. What's your DC?
18.
Both natural 18s.
Anyway,
Jared flights of age.
but I did get to focus it twice, so that's 10d6.
Correct. Halved.
Halved. Cunts.
Wow.
I'm more concerned.
Still, that's an average of 15 damage.
I want the success though, because it gives them basically Bane without me having to hold concentration.
Oh, it's more than Bane. It does a D6.
It's a D6, I know. I said it's a bit more than Bane. Anyway. Shit.
Terrible. I'm
Nice,
happy with his life choices.
nice. Yeah, I'm angry. They're trying to kill us.
No.
So that's
Is it electric?
31.
31? Is that halved?
No, the full number's 31.
Okay,
I
so
guess-
16.
One above average.
And it's psychic damage, so you better not resist that, you piece of shit.
Well, they do now.
Actually,
as
a random
well.
monk walks past with a robe and counterspells it.
No, that's all failed save stuff, so yeah.
Tom starts rocking.
Oh, I have flashbacks to those moments.
Anyway,
Oh, so much.
so that's
went wrong
my
with that.
main action. I only have 2 sorcery points left, so I could technically quicken something else, but it has to be second or lower. What's my usual spell list? Sorry, just one
Kaltar, you're up next.
I will quicken mirror image on myself.
Okay. Kaltar.
As a
As you do.
bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast Healing Word.
On.
Cedric.
Okay.
I will just do it at first level for now, and hope. 7 hit points.
7 healing points back to Cedric.
Does he heal?
Yeah, he heals.
My God.
I'm a bit surprised.
And then as an action, I'm just going to Eldritch Blast again.
Okay, go for it, mate. Attack rolls.
One against the guy that attacked Cedric.
Yes.
No, that's a 12.
Misses.
And one against the
The
guy
other
that's
guy.
attacking. It's just 17.
That hits.
Okay. Where's my D10? Ooh, 7.
7. Okay, 7 points of damage to that guy. That puts him there. Cool. Okay,
What
fine.
do you do?
I don't know.
We look
Have
at
you
the-
done, Connor?
There's a backpass.
I'm not on Cedric's sheet.
No.
What have you done? What's
I
going on?
don't know. It's all gone weird.
It's gone to a different view.
Oh, Connor had this happen before, and then it just flicked back on its own
Just
for
give
no
it a
apparent
second.
reason. Yeah.
Okay, fine. It is Cedric's turn now. You're staying where you are.
Yeah.
You can sort of
Take
Well,
your
That's what you're
difficulties.
playing with.
Huh?
That's what you're
Can't.
playing with.
what do you
Take it, revert it, and then put it back down. So
Can I
Yeah.
move
I think that's
slightly further away?
Like, sideways, away from the pond.
Yeah, away from people.
Okay.
Just be like,
Spells, that's what I want.
Okay. At the start of his turn, make a constitution saving throw.
For Cedric.
he's poisoned.
yeah.
It says +2, isn't it?
On the plus
Yes.
side, if he lives, he's got the stuff for healing, right?
Damn it!
I mean, that did settle on a number, but
I
sure.
picked it up before I even looked.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a 10.
Okay, he's unconscious again.
I'm alive.
Oh no.
The important thing is it's not a death.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's unconscious now,
Have you
so.
any idea how you fix that?
I scrolled up.
I just started touching everything. and then
Wolf's turn.
Wolf's turn. There's 2 left, isn't there?
3.
3 left.
He missed.
Oh yeah, he
one.
missed.
What was
We
the
killed
advantage?
that guy, so.
No, he's
not
still up.
dead.
Oh, sorry.
You hurt that guy. You didn't kill him.
Concentration.
That all missed. Continue.
What did you
One of
roll?
them was a 16.
No,
Wasn't it?
one was an 11. That was the
Oh,
highest
11.
number I rolled.
Wow, over 6 rolls, you rolled in 11 was your highest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the last one was like a 3, a 6, a 7.
Okay.
Introducing Connor.
Lyra. As the walls all sort of that's what they're pouring at each other and getting in the way, just trying to get him. They just,
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow.
Yeah, meow. My wolves go meow. You got a problem with that?
No, I just think it's funny.
It's like mooing bears.
Concentrate on that. Being done.
Ooh.
Not attuned to Cinder Draw yet, so
Oh, did
I don't know the magic word.
Bazinga.
Thank you.
Bazinga.
I feel like Drellness needs to tell me the magic word rather than
No,
me
that's a
just
safe
divine
word.
it.
Yeah.
Pineapples.
Thank you.
Cabbage.
Okay, right.
Secret.
Yeah.
Swordfish.
Action.
Possible swordfish.
First attack on the same guy I hit before.
Go for it. Is he the one that's Hunter's Marked, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
That is an 18.
Hits.
So again, 2d8 and d6. 15 force damage.
Okie dokie.
And
I'm
hit him again.
Go for it.
More. 20.
More.
More?
Okay.
22. This time it's just the d8 and the d6.
Okay.
And not force damage.
Correct. Slashing damage this time.
That's still 17, because I rolled a 5 and a 6. Plus 6 is 17 force damage. Slashing damage.
17 points of slashing damage. Nice. Okay, cool. Alright, that ends his turn. Ends your turn. Brings us to their turn.
Sorry, just.
I've just read
Oh boy.
Missed out on so much damage. I've got my wings out.
Yes, you do.
I've missed out on 9. points of damage twice.
You.
Yep.
You numpty.
20 points of raging damage.
I could do that, but I won't. Yeah. Sorry.
Good. Okay. Guys, going to attack you, Asher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that hits. That's a 26.
Raging this time.
Yes, so it doesn't hurt as much. It will still hurt. 10, 6, 25 points of piercing damage reduced down to 13. And 2 con saves.
$15 and more. Lots more. Like
Okay.
25.
I can't. I need you to roll them separately, just because there's two different poisons taking
First one.
effect. Thank you.
23.
Yeah, fine. So you take from that one. It's 12, 21. Dead to me.
Dead Dave.
15 points poison damage. That is already halved. You succeed on that one. And the second one?
22.
That's a success, but you still take 18, 17 points of necrotic damage.
Is that already up?
That's already halved, yes. And I forgot you were actually poisoned, so your attacks should have been straight rolls. Just an FYI, because you're poisoned. You had
From the
packed
ingestion poison.
no, from the
No, we have
stabbing
the-
poison.
You and I have the poison condition.
Ah, I thought I resisted that both
The
times.
first round of attack, you failed one of them.
Ah, okay.
It's the problem with being stabbed a lot.
One is going to move away. Is going to use his bonus action to disengage from you, Lyra, and is going to go over to Kafina and stab her.
How far away is that?
You got to roll your d20 first. I have mirror image up.
Oh, that's true. I've forgotten about mirror image. In which case, he's going to do something completely different.
Fine with that too.
I need a wisdom saving throw from Kafina and Kalatar.
You had to go for that now, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, at least you. Oh no, you don't have.
No.
Oh.
That's a bad roll. I might add my.
Yeah, you both have your d10s.
I know. I feel like I need it. Let me just look at what my actual stats are. So yeah, yeah.
I'm going to risk.
Okay. I'm gonna have to because. Fuck off! I roll a 3 with the d20 and then a 2 with the 10.
Okay.
Fuck.
16.
Fail.
Oh! 8!
Actually, oh no, sorry.
Disadvantage at -1.
No,
Oh yeah.
no, you're fine. It's DC. Sorry, I was looking at the plus, which is a +7. I misread it. So you're fine.
Who's with disadvantage? Because
Why?
I'm poisoned.
Poison does not affect saving throws.
Yeah, ability
rolls
check.
and
Attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. Well, I rolled an 18 on the
You're
second
fine.
one, so-
You're okay.
Phew!
Yeah, 8.
You're paralysed.
Fair enough.
Whole person.
Guess my clones are also paralysed, so at least we don't
You're incapacitated. It's not a concentration spell, is it? Blur.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Mirror image, not.
Mirror
have-
image.
is not
Sorry.
yeah.
The other one is going to.
Your incapacitations can't move or speak.
He is badly hurt, so he's going to cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level on you, Lyra.
Ooh.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
So I believe Inflict Wounds at this level is 5d8.
Mhm.
I know it's
It's
a lot.
D10, isn't it?
Is it d10?
I believe it's D10. Or it might be.
No, I
It's
think,
d20s.
don't think so. Not that
I
level.
don't think this
It's
is
more
going
than
to
a
kill me.
D10.
Yeah, you're not the one who has to worry about getting in there.
Yeah, 5d10 necrotic damage.
I mean, I have to worry about that.
27 points of necrotic damage. I rolled 9, 2 7s and 2 2s.
Desmond.
Yeah.
That's-
Two twos.
No.
And as a bonus action, he's going to cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Which one is this?
This is the one that you have been cutting the hell out of.
Okay.
10 and then up.
So adds some to his.
2.
Adds 2. There you go. I couldn't
It's
remember how
a
many it was.
shield.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so he's got +2 now.
It's not a shield in the way that the shield spell is, but it's easy to remember because it's the same as an actual physical
Very fair.
shield.
That will end his turn. Brings us to Asher.
This guy's still standing in front
Yes,
of
he
you,
is.
right?
And pissing you off.
Very much so.
Rah.
Straight roll then.
Yes.
17 on a dice.
Yeah, that hits. Fuck you.
I was lucky because it was wobbling.
It was wobbling all over the place.
It was unsure.
Oh, dear.
You're smiting, I assume.
Yes.
Ouch.
39.
He's dead.
Dead Jim.
Just go.
I got to 30 and I was like, and +9.
You take the blade and just slash it through his midsection, just tearing him asunder.
Is anyone else within 40 feet of me?
Yes, the other two.
I would like to stand in the middle of the other two, if possible.
Lyra's standing in the middle of the
Stand
other two.
next to Lyra.
Okay.
And then go again. My last one.
No, I'm probably better off than you are, considering.
17.
17 misses.
Misses.
The closest one to you is the one with the shield of faith.
Yeah.
So as you swing the sword, you think, I'm fairly certain of how I can hit this. Just deflects off this energy that's surrounding him.
It's fine.
End your turn. Brings us to Gavina. You're paralyzed. Make a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. What was the roll?
3, okay.
You asked.
I saw it.
And I switched die. I changed die thinking you're a bad one.
Calato.
Healing word.
How far did you move?
Oh, yeah, that's a point. I'll probably move 30 feet.
Yeah, you're out of range for Cedric.
Can I move into range?
No.
There is
Yes, you
a
can. Yes, you can.
wall of force.
So that's 9.
Okay, 9 points of healing back to Cedric.
And then Eldritch Blast the 2 fuckers in front. Over
Okay. Disadvantage.
There. No.
Nope.
That was a 3.
Also
no.
a 3.
No, it's a 5.
Oh, okay.
So
Yep,
14.
both miss. Both miss.
New magic, I can't get my hands around it.
Cedric, make a con save.
It's making lovely fountains in the reflecting pool.
By the way, was that wisdom thing a
Nope.
spell?
Yes,
No,
it's
no,
whole person.
Could have counted it.
Oh, it's your fault. Sorry.
I rolled a 3.
Cedric's unconscious.
Fuck. Say.
I'm just going to leave this
I'm
in
sure
zero.
Ross doesn't roll this badly when trying to roll saves for save.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
Actually,
does.
he does.
You just look badly generally.
Very in
Wolves.
character.
Wolves
No, I'm not making
run
Shoot.
at the guy who I attacked.
Okay.
crude jokes.
There is only one that can get to him because of the arrangement of where people are.
Fine.
With their movement, they'd have to dash to get right the way around the statues.
2 will dash, 1 won't.
Okay. So they get round and they just...
That wolf will still get pack tactics there.
Correct, because you're there, and so is Lyra.
Oh.
Never mind. Desmond! 2 2s.
Okay,
Oh,
Lyra.
Archbishop, you're here.
Lyra, you're up.
I'm surrounded by wolves and Asher, and I don't get advantage.
Nope.
No.
But don't you feel more comfortable now? No,
A
me
little
neither.
bit.
I ran over here for
will-
safety.
I will attack the same one I've been attacking.
Okay.
That is going to miss because that's a 17.
Did you roll concentration for Hunter's Mark?
I did not.
Roll it now. So 17 misses.
13.
How much damage did you take from it?
I-
It was 27, so yeah, that's gone. Hunter's Mark is gone.
Crap. Then I will spend a bonus action to actually cast
There you go.
Hunter's Mark since the silence is gone. So
The joys of streaming on days that you don't go home to get your stuff.
Hunter's Mark like that. Oh, I've done that. What?
At least we're still streaming.
We are. Hi, guys.
Okay.
Hope you can hear us.
Millions and millions of fans are
That's
very
for the
big.
entire
And
second
second
part has been
attack.
muted.
Mike's fine. It's sort of comp.
I'm sorry you have nothing better to do.
23.
That hits.
So get to the big hit.
Yes, it is the big hit. I may have chosen.
Not that big.
Still 18 points.
18?
Force damage.
He's dead.
Big enough.
Ow. You swing the sword across, and this time you get through the shield, seeing that Asher didn't quite make it, and you didn't make it. You just swing it again. Managed to cut through. Not a problem.
So
You just
turn to face the last one. So.
you're sort of there going, Alright.
Can we see anything more of these people at this point?
No, they're deliberately wearing clothing that is making them as difficult to see as possible.
Right.
You can sort of see, you can just about see the eyes. They've got the full face wrap. And
Ninjas.
they are basically ninjas.
Elf.
Elf forest ninjas.
Wow, elf ninjas would be super stealthy.
That brings us to his turn.
Squeaky shoes.
He has got a couple of things he can attempt here.
But he's not going to. He's
No,
going to
he is.
surrender.
No, he is.
He
'Cause
knows,
that's
he
how
knows
he
he's going to
works.
lose.
He is going to make an attack against Asher. You are the bigger problem at the moment. You've got the big sword, and you apparently are controlling wolves.
I mean, so.
23 to hit.
Take 10 off of it then.
9, 12.
You remember back to the start of the campaign where you were like, oh, it'd be funny, you know, Dex is like important, but I just won't get it. And you thought it'd be a good laugh.
We were finding it quite entertaining.
Actually, you're right, it is a good laugh, yeah. You were very right, Connor.
21 points of piercing damage reduced down to 11. And 2 con saves.
Like 22.
Okay, first one's fine. So you take from that.
22.
15 points of poison damage.
The other one was at 22 as well.
Okay.
All of the Desmonds.
I'm just going to start calling you Desmond at this stage.
All 2 2s.
16 points of necrotic damage.
You need to wear a purple shirt.
Better than wearing a red shirt.
What do you want at the moment?
He's not a cop.
Oh! Oh! Okay.
Presumably this is the one who cast the whole person.
Yep. I was going to use his bonus action offhand attack you.
Oh.
Yeah, natural 17, that hits you.
Whack, whack.
Maybe 0 damage?
No. 8 points of piercing damage reduced to 4. You're unconscious.
Yes.
He is then going to run. So he gets attacks of opportunities from Lyra and the wolves.
So
And
that
I know
wolves
why
stay-
you killed me.
Actually,
then.
no. He's going to move into the... He's basically going to go into the water. It's only a shallow pond. He's just going to go into the water and then just try and run.
So the walls.
I mean,
You still get one, yeah. But only 2 wolves.
Okay.
Because one's on the wrong... One's on the wrong side.
17.
17 hits.
Natural 20.
Hits.
I haven't moved the hunter's mark.
You have
to
not.
him, and it's not my turn, so I don't get plain warrior.
Yep.
So 12 points slashing.
Maintains Hunter's Mark.
Whole person.
Hunter's whole person even.
100 person.
18.
18 points of damage.
Yes.
Maintains concentration. And what's the other ability that they fall over if or something? There's a strength save?
He has to make 2 DC 11 checks.
2?
Checks.
Yeah, from the walls.
Oh, do they both hit?
No, just the one. But I think it's just... Is it on an attack?
That's a zombie.
No, I was holding the page.
How much damage was it? Sorry, 18.
Yeah. Yeah, just the one then. Just the one that hits.
What's the DC?
11.
Roll a 6.
Go
So he takes a
wolves!
step.
We're in the water.
As he takes a step, the wolf just bites into the back of it, which sort of holds him in place as Lyra just bats him with the back of the sword. He falls forward into the pond next to Cedric.
Nice.
He still has half his movement, so he gets up and moves 15 feet.
I know exactly why he took me out first. Because if I'd have hit him...
I'm going to say, because technically that spell would have ended because you went unconscious.
I'm not concentrating on it.
No, but you will the sword, you've just gone unconscious. So the spell ends at this point.
Okay.
So I got it wrong.
Does
So,
that mean
The walls are gone. Otherwise, they just sort of hang around.
At least we got all those bears.
Ends his turn. Actually, make a death save.
15.
15? Okay, 1 success. Kafina, wisdom saving throw.
Don't roll a 3.
It's a 3.
Why do you all hate me today?
Paralysed. Kalatar?
Healing word on Cedric again.
Okay.
Just stop,
6.
man.
It's important.
And then
Well, he sort of goes.
2 bolts at this fucker that's trying to run.
Okay.
No.
And?
No.
2s. Desmond! He is everywhere.
Desmond is here today.
He is with us.
Con save for Cedric.
Is there a point?
I'm just
There is a
gonna put him-
point.
Gonna put him back.
No,
There isn't a point in you doing it. Unconscious. Okay. Lyra.
Okay, I'm burning all my dice when I get home.
There you go. I'll melt them.
Just take that. Take that
give them.
tray.
Give them to someone else. Don't donate to a charity or something. Don't set
So what
fire.
I'd love
Hey,
to
Luke,
do
do you want
is
some new
teleport
dice?
in
No.
front of him,
Yeah.
just for the dramatic value. But if I do that, I can't
Hunter's mark.
put my Hunter's Mark on him. So I will use my bonus action to transfer Hunter's Mark onto him.
Yep.
And then, since he's only 15 feet away from
Yeah.
me through the
Walk up.
water, I will just
Run around
walk
the
up.
pond.
I should just walk up.
It's not like
Walk
he's
up
standing
behind
still,
him
that
and
way.
just take 2 big slashes in
Go
his
for it.
back. 18.
Yeah, hits.
So 20 points of force damage.
Maintains concentration. Natural 20.
What is he maintaining?
Whole
Whole
person.
Person on
person.
Kafina.
Ah, sorry. I was like, I just thought you were
Keeping
used
me
to
out of
that.
Second attack is 22.
Hits.
Sorry, that took longer than it
You
should
just
have done.
robotically went, yeah. You look like you're having a brain freeze.
You know, like you know what I do when I count
Numbers.
normally.
Just does
And
not
that
compute.
is 16 points of slashing damage.
16 points slashing. Another natural 20. What? Okay.
It's
Rather-
you, Luke.
It is
I'd rather he did it on them than when he attacks.
So that's and I will use my movement to sort of
So
maneuver
wait.
around in front of him if I can.
Okay. It's now his turn. He is very pissed off about what's going on. So he will just look at how injured you are. And then going to stab you. He's obviously seen that you've taken some damage. He obviously is deducing that you haven't been you're no longer affected by this poison.
Unlock on that.
The damage I've taken, I haven't been wounded. The only damage I've
Well, that's
taken
true.
wouldn't have broken the skin.
That's true because you were taking
That is a point.
the
The only
necrotic
damage I
damage.
took was the
That's true.
coarse wounds.
Unlock on that.
Yes.
Okay. What's the range on that?
25 feet.
You are not within 25
Fuck!
feet.
What's he do?
Casting a spell called Unlock on that.
Yep.
Unluck.
on that.
It's in this book that you don't
Unlock
like.
on that.
Yes.
Unluck on that. Yes, it's a curse.
Just anything, just unlock on that.
He is going to stab you though.
Sure.
19 to hit.
That misses.
Yes, it does.
I have an AC of 20.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, fair enough. Don't need
Stop sounding disappointed, Luke.
First time that,
It's actually been effective.
like, this is what I've been trying to do. Character with good AC. And it never makes a difference.
Nope.
No.
Because by the time
Oh, I've been doing this all wrong. I've just realised that they've got 2 attacks. Genuinely, only just realised they've got 2 attacks. Damn it!
you mean we would have TPK'd if you realised that earlier?
No. George isn't here.
25 to hit that.
That will hit.
Yeah.
TPBG.
PK?
Con save.
Yes, please.
No, PPK.
11.
PK.
11. Nope, fail.
Majority party.
You are now poisoned.
Part particle.
And you take Oh, hang on, this is the piercing damage. I haven't done the poison yet. I know you wouldn't get sneak attack, so it's just that. So it's 9 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 10, 19, 29 points of poison damage. You then notice that your blood hasn't turned black. And
Surprise, motherfucker.
So
as they can use bonus action, disengage, and run.
Okay.
It's just running off into the ground.
Surprise, bitch.
Runs 30 feet
Not rage.
west.
Surprise.
Ends his turn. Brings us to...
Damn it! I should have used the D10 on that concept.
hang on, don't you get opportunity
He
attack?
disengaged.
Oh,
He
right.
disengaged.
Yeah.
brings us to Asher. Death save.
Sounds like he's a rogue.
I've also realised I forgot that he has uncanny dodge. So could have saved some of them.
That was it. 15 again.
Okay.
Nice.
Kavina, wisdom save.
Don't roll a 20.
I'm going to use one of the dice I've already used because it can't get 3 twice. So, 16?
16 is a success, but that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, I know.
Brings us to Kalatar.
You might as well just embrace the warlock side of you, and we all know you're going to throw Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I am.
120 foot range, it's helpful.
It is. I've got one more first level spell slot. So,
Cedric?
yep. Eventually it might work.
God, everyone loves Cedric. I'm down too, you know.
8. Yeah, you've just rolled two successes. And
You
then
don't know that.
Eldritch Blast this motherfucker.
Okay, go for it.
It's almost like Cedric's the healer.
16.
Miss!
Roll better. Encouragement.
18.
Hits!
Woo. Run away. 5.
Plus charisma?
No, that's
No, it's just
invocation. Hits from the back. Keep going.
Fucker.
Cedric, can't save.
Nope.
Another fucking swear!
Unconscious.
How is this possible? This is
It's mathematically possible.
That's 3
It's just
threes and
very impractical.
It's very
threes
improbable.
and a 2.
Well, to be fair, you've had 3 threes in a 2. You had 3 threes in a row.
I had four twos in a row with
Yeah.
advantage.
Lyra.
Kill it.
How far away is the guy from me?
30 feet.
Just think, what would
You
your
know,
analysts
she's been
do?
cured.
I need to con save.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yes, you do.
17. Do I need to make 2 for poison and piercing?
Yes. No, it's all part of the same damage. So the damage would have been 33. You're fine.
Or by 1.
By
Just.
1. Okay.
Well, you equaled it because it would have been rounded
Yeah.
up.
Okay, I will. I will walk forward 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action,
Yep.
Misty Snow phase step. Doesn't make a difference.
No. What mode are you in at the moment? We keep
woke
forgetting
up
to say
in
that.
autumn, but it makes no difference because it's always on the people I leave that it affects.
Yeah, I thought some of them were on creatures you move into a range of.
Don't think
Autumn may
so.
not be one of them.
Autumn is the fear on the ones you leave behind.
Is
I
it?
think.
Okay. I think it's the one you move into. It
Oh,
should
no,
be
it's
on.
the charmed. It's
It's on D&D Beyond, so...
Not that much. It isn't.
Is it not?
It just says based on your current season, but I do have the book. No, I don't. That's Mordenkainen's, isn't
It
it?
is Modern Cannons.
Damn, I haven't got.
To the internet!
But I do have a piece of paper that I wrote it all out on. So it's in here somewhere.
Can't I go searching
Sorry
for
about
more
this.
cards on D&D Beyond?
D&D Beyond, guys.
We're not sponsored, we just like that stuff.
It's good shit.
Up to 2 creatures of your choice you can see within team immediately after you use your phase step. Okay, they must make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for a minute.
DC 13.
Natural 2. However, is an elf, has advantage. That's a natural 9 plus 7. So 20. So 16.
Plus 7 for a rogue. Oh. Oh well.
You seriously
They're
They're
expected
part
something
rogue.
wrong?
They're something else. You can cast spells.
Well,
Definitely a
I
wizard.
was just going to make 2 attacks anyway.
Yeah, go for it. Make those attacks.
Natural 1.
Miss.
You have the D10.
Not a natural one.
No,
No,
the
second
roll
attack.
that you're sighing at.
22.
22. He will uncanny dodge. Because I've just realised he has that. That's the problem. It's on the second page of the creature book that I took it out of, and so it's on a different snapshot that I've taken.
21 force damage.
Reduced down to 11. Okay.
Does uncanny dodge work with damage that isn't not magical?
It's an attack. Yeah, it's
It's
just
just
damage
an attack
from
you
an
can see.
attack.
They can see it.
Okay.
Oh, if I'd attacked from behind, he wouldn't have been able to do that because
Nope.
he couldn't see it.
I mean, he would have been aware of you coming up behind him. He would have turned.
You would definitely have not ruled in my favour if it was the other way around.
Well, there isn't. No.
Funny how
Not
that
true.
works, isn't it?
Because it's the same thing with Medusa that you can't stand not looking directly at her. It's kind of like line of sight is her head's on a swivel kind of thing with the Medusa.
And someone who's running away is...
Yeah, he's keeping an eye out to make sure that you're not chasing him, 'cause especially when he's being shot in the back by Kalatar. Anyway, it's now his turn, and he's unhappy with you.
Can't help shooting people in the
Did
back.
you run out in front of him?
Natural 20 and 21.
Yeah, they're both going to hit and I'm going to go unconscious.
Okay, so the crit first is... Let's get double dice on that.
I should have healed someone and let him get away.
Weren't you like 20 feet away? Oh no, you face stepped. That was what it was.
$53 points of piercing damage.
As I say, unconscious.
You're unconscious. So the second attack, as it cuts in, takes 2 death saves from you. Because he'd already committed the 2 attacks.
Where is death saves on D&D Beyond?
Click your health pool, reduce it to 0,
Yeah.
Well, I did that.
and then click on it again. It should bring up like a tick boxes.
You're doing it in a different
No,
interface than the one we're getting.
So if I...
You've got paper voice in front of you.
Yeah, I know. But I want to learn how to do this properly.
Yeah. He's then going to
No,
continue...
you're current now.
So
He's going to continue running.
take... That's going to... Okay, and fail... Failures... 2 failed so death saves.
Mhm. He's then going to continue running and cast as a bonus... use his bonus action to dash. Okay.
He's got away.
He's now out of sight.
It really though? Like really? Can I not see him?
No, he's gone around a corner.
I hate that. It's got Storm City Array.
That ends his turn. Brings us to Asher. Death save.
I'm good.
Yeah, stabilised.
3.
Oh yeah, you stabilised. Would you roll?
14.
Okay, yeah, you're stable. Kalatar. Sorry, Kafina.
How's the state of everyone?
Unconscious, unconscious, unconscious in water.
He's drowning.
Kalatar.
Kelatar's by thingy, right? By Cedric. You're standing next to
Nope.
No.
Kalatar's nowhere near anyone, but
He's about
within
20 feet away,
God, how's Fee gonna
just
get-
shouting at people.
It's not like Fee can drag Cedric out of water.
Use Thunderstep.
Can only take a creature of the same size.
Yeah, just leave him behind.
Oh god, I don't know. I can't. I mean, I'm not going to be able to catch up to him at this point. And you're on the ground. I guess.
I'm in the water, presumably, because didn't he run away through the pond?
No, he ran around the side of it and he's just gone off west. He's not gone...
So am I in the water or
No.
am I on the ground?
You're on the ground.
I mean, can I get to Lyra?
Not from where you are, no.
I guess I'll start running in that direction.
You can dash and get there,
but I
just
won't have
run.
any actions to do.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll dash and meta magic up some sorcery points.
Okay.
I'll just the one for my level 1s.
Got it.
Will you permit me to cast Healing Word as an action and as a bonus action?
No, because you can't cast 2 spells.
No. In which case, I'll cast Healing Word on Lyra. Cause
Lyra's way too far away for you to do anything about.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 30 feet, isn't it?
60 feet.
Oh, 60 feet?
Yeah,
Oh, well, in which case, yeah, you're fine.
because I've seen her get attacked and then attacked again as she's going down. So
Yeah. So you can rush after her, or rush closer to her than you can. Yeah, it's fine.
Wow.
Is this second level?
Yeah, because
Wow.
9.
Better than nothing.
And then can I try and have a look around and see if there's any more of these people?
Perception check.
Skills are at disadvantage as well, aren't they?
Correct.
No, 2 13s. 16.
16. Okay, you look around. Doesn't appear to be anyone else.
Cool.
You do notice that out of one of the bodies that's lying down there, there is a piece of paper that is now getting slightly bloodstained that is poking out of a pocket.
Can I head in that direction
You can, yes.
to get that piece of paper?
You can. Cedric, make a death save.
Not a 3. That's not a 3. It's an 8.
Ah, one failure for Cedric.
Yeah.
Lyra. Death save.
No.
No.
I was brought
Oh, you
back
were
to
healed.
that.
Sorry, yes, sorry.
Got
yes,
9 hit
Carol.
points. No, death save.
How far away
No.
are you from Cedric?
From Cedric, about 40, 50 feet.
Okay. I will move and dash, bonus action dash
Mhm.
to get to him, and I will cure wounds.
Okay.
Third level.
Third level. 3d8 plus wisdom modifier.
I know.
I know.
Oh, my.
Oh my.
Could
So
that have been
much
more sexual?
healing.
I'm George.
Oh, damn. Damn.
18 points.
18 points to Cedric, Connor.
18 points to Cedric. Now, can I put these ones on without being in fear of him dying next turn?
No.
Ashley, you're still unconscious.
Yep.
Kafina, you doing anything else? Now you've Lyra's got up and run away past you.
Jeez. Alright. Sorry, is Asher on the ground too now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
sort of half lying, head face up, arm in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll run over to her now, seeing as Lyra's fine, and go check on her.
Stable.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just chilling out.
Did I make it there without dashing?
No,
No. Alright.
you've got little legs.
I will just do another meta magic conversion.
Okay.
Level 1.
Okay. Galata.
Can I get to that piece of paper?
You can, yes.
Can I pick up that piece of paper
You can.
and kind of shake off the blood? What's it say?
Well, it's bloodstained. The letter says, you have a look at it, and there's a crest stamped on it
Okay.
that you recognise.
Oh shit.
It says,
Storytelling.
to the Order of the Scorpion, Ivar Freyr Kozen, and any witnesses. And the seal that you recognise it as being is from Elendor. It's of the Allmaster family.
No, you're looking at me. I'm not there.
No, but for the sake of everyone else, can you describe what the Allmaster crest looks like?
It's a ship, sort of a, almost like the old galleys that had both oars and a sail.
Like a trireme kind of thing.
Yeah, trireme kind of thing. That's at the top of the shield. Crossed oars,
Mhm.
and on each side, mermaid's head and upper torso. And
Covered or
No show.
What do you think?
Your ancestors
Profile?
may have been
No,
respectful.
He had it converted.
not covered, but suitable for showing on Twitch. The nipples are
There you go.
exposed.
As they've got anime nipples, but they just don't have nipples.
No, they're just not quite that far out of the water.
Oh, okay, fine. So
Also,
there's cleavage, but no nipples.
Yes.
There you go. We're fine.
Are they face on rather than profile?
3/4.
3/4 profile.
And then,
Yeah.
and
I imagine the opposite shoulders.
How
facing in.
tasteful.
and then in the bottom corner under the oars is just a school of fish.
Okay.
And what did the letter say again?
To the Order of the Scorpion, Ivar Freyr-Kosen, and any witnesses.
Ivar Freyr Kosen.
Say
Is
that
the
name.
king?
That name
That's the
rings a
king's
bell.
name.
And
Oh,
any
that'd be
witnesses? We didn't witness him die.
Sorry, what did you say?
Ivar Freyr to the Order of the Scorpion,
Scorpion, thank you.
Ivar Freyr-Kosen, and any witnesses.
Something.
Didn't we
No, we
hear about a scorpion or something? We got some names ages ago.
See, I knew my idea of rope tricking till morning was much better than anything else I could do.
You don't remember? You don't
God doesn't.
know.
Does any of that other than the All Master Family crest ring a bell? And the name of the king, obviously.
Make a history check.
For about 16 weeks ago.
You're thinking of the list of names that you got when you... Actually, this was way earlier.
That was a
This is
D10,
after-
yeah.
It's like one of your third missions, or your third mission or something.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
What?
Well, I rolled a 15.
And?
A natural 1.
Nope. Yeah, you're thinking of the list of names that were related to the Cult of the Void.
That'd be the one.
Nope, no idea.
Cool.
That's all you notice at this point. You need a bit more of a thorough rummage to do, but you use your turn reading the letter and going. Dum, 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 dum. And anything else you're doing, or
Heal Cedric's arse again.
second level?
Yes. 9.
Okay, make a con save.
Surely he doesn't have to keep getting healed if someone just cures the poison, right?
Yeah, but you're not there to make this
I
introduction.
know.
Yeah, but I can't do that.
Oh.
I
Much
can,
of a
but
cleric
no one wants
then,
to
are
get
you?
me up.
Oh,
I'm not a cleric.
What's the con save mod?
just
Oh.
yeah, I'm going to add the D10.
Okay.
Let's just have him stand up for one whole turn.
Another assassin appears.
So that is a total of 20.
20? Okay.
He's on 27 HP.
He takes 28 points of necrotic damage and falls unconscious from the poison.
But we are trying to keep him alive, Ross.
You do see
Just walk off camera.
No, just stay in the corner. It's the naughty
You can
corner.
leave, you don't get a lift home.
Lyra,
I'm next to Cedric as
you
well.
are. As he sort of.
I'm gonna try. I know this didn't work at one point, but it might try now. Maybe try Lesser Restoration.
Okay, you cast Restoration on him. And you just watch as the blood that's surrounding him, the sort of the black stains, recedes. Sort of turns into this. As you pull your hand up, there's sort of the black liquid following it. You sort of throw it to one side into the dirt.
Into the
Damn
castle.
it, I can't cast 2 spells in a turn. I have healing potions, but it's an action to feed it to someone else.
So he is no longer poisoned.
So-
He's still unconscious, but
I-
he's no longer poisoned.
Help him! I think he might be slightly better.
Asher, you're not doing anything. Kavina,
I mean, it's times like this I wish I had healing potions. I guess I'll run over. Can I make it all the way to Cedric?
Yeah.
Can I perform a medicine check?
sure. Make a medicine check.
You just ran to me. I was like,
Yeah! And you're breathing and you seem fine.
Cedric's floating in the water.
Yeah, I wasn't
Cedric's
going to
been
do
floating
anything
in the
about it
water
because I
for the
thought
last
I
2
That
could.
was pruning.
Oh, come on. No,
What'd you roll?
it's bullshit. I rolled a 5. God knows what. I've probably only got like a +4, so. it'll
Yeah,
be-
you're not proficient in medicine, are
Don't
you?
worry, Sonny.
No, and it's an
got you.
intelligence roll, isn't it?
Med-
So it's a
medicine
9 in
is
total.
wisdom.
Oh, 8 in total.
Oh, no.
No.
I can hear.
Your wisdom's not +3, is it?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
It's been a 16 since day one.
There you go.
Yeah.
You just
I told
acted.
you kept arguing. You're like, I'm pretty sure you should go for intelligence. I'm like, no, I want wisdom.
Yeah, because it made sense for the cat. Anyway.
Yeah.
It still doesn't make sense for the cat. But anyway. Okay. He makes no difference.
I failed to make a medicine check.
Kalatar.
Sorry, spell.
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Which level?
You're 1 again.
Okay. Kalatar.
Healing word on Asher. 3rd level.
Ooh.
Wow!
Because is it 9 again?
No, I've rolled an 8 on the dice, so it's 13. No, I haven't run out of 2nd level. So saving one, just
Okay.
in case.
13 points of healing.
And can I have a rummage of this guy?
Make an investigation check.
Oh,
Disadvantage.
I don't know.
That was a 17.
That's a 4, so 10.
10. You don't find anything else?
No.
Find his daggers.
Woo!
You have a scorpion stiletto dagger. Cedric, death save. Which will betray me today?
They all have.
Crit fail, probably.
Why did you have to say that, Desmond? Crit fail. That's one.
So that's 2 fail.
2 failed death saves.
Oh, for sake.
Lyra.
You're just really good at rolling ones.
Healing spirit.
Okay.
We're just gonna plunk that.
Everyone gets some.
Oh, Fee's actually uninjured.
You get some healing.
2d6.
You get some healing. You get some healing.
Everyone gets 2d6.
Oh, come on. You rolled 2 1.
Everyone gets 2 hit points.
Cedric's up again.
You're up.
Cedric is up. Connor has marked it down.
No, I haven't, because in next 10 seconds he's going to get back. Someone's just going to drop a pebble on him. He's going to step out of the pond and slip.
A duck appear.
Cedric's allergic to ducks.
He's allergic to ponds.
Imagine Cedric with anaphylactic
Can
shock.
get spells.
Okay, so with that, we are now out of the initiative order because there was no danger.
Except ourselves.
Yeah.
And our dice.
So, after that intense ordeal,
Pile of bullshit.
we're going to pick this up next week and
Oh.
see where it goes from there.
See, Ross,
Give
even
your
when
dice a chance to recharge to screw you over next week.
I'm buying new dice.
I don't blame you.
These aren't even my normal dice. This is the set I used to use.
From now, no, haven't we tried this before? We try to get Luke to roll for us,
Yeah.
so good rolls occur, and it still comes out bad.
Yep, you have.
There's some sort of magic controlling
Just
the
me.
probability in this
It's
scenario.
called the DM screen. And you've not been able to see.
By the way, new DM screen?
No, because we
Alright.
haven't been home, I haven't used mine.
That's
I've got mine here.
It's
So,
true.
thank you very much for joining us for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, apologies for it being slightly later than expected, but who knows? We'll see where this goes next week. If you want to listen to our adventures, go on to our Twitter at EatCritSurvive, Facebook EatCrit and Survive with an ampersand because D&D, why not? And you should find a link to our Google Drive there, which has got all of our previous episodes on it for you to download and listen to at your leisure. Until then, thank you very much, and survive until Friday. Good night.
Peace.